What up, YouTube?
Let's go!
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another 4Nerds shows. Today is Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, and we're ready to go. I got me and the other guys in the house. How is your day going?
So we're just the other guys now? We don't have names?
Just the other guys.
What is this?
I'm Zero Fett Friend.
I quit. The one,
like Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons.
That's so awesome.
It's Zebra Fett and the 4Nerds. So.
Yeah. Well, it would be Zebra Fett and the 3Nerds, wouldn't it? Because
what I thought that Frankie Valli and he had three other guys, right? It wasn't four. It wasn't they weren't a quintet. They were a quartet,
it's simple
right?
math.
It's simple math. All right, next.
the Simple Math Show tonight, 7:30 Eastern.
Man, smash that like button because that's what we deserve, right, guys?
Yes.
All right, let's get to the chat and find out who's here. We got Ray's collection.
God, I'm loving your energy today, Brian.
You know we are.
Zebra Fett friends.
Let's get this fire.
Yes, let's go.
Fire.
Let's see. We got DC Ray back
up, Ray
again. Nicotina, what up, guys?
Hey.
No, he's not first. There's plenty of time to hang out with us today. Dr. Fate.
Hey,
what's up, man? Good to see you here.
What's good? Yes,
Let's
Dr. Fate.
Did you get your gift yet? No.
I didn't get a gift.
But we know that you got the gift I sent you. So I guess I'm just waiting for some back. You know, I don't know.
Andre,
I guess
you're
you don't get nothing for free, right? 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 Oh, you gave Dr. Fate something. Oh, I see.
I see how it is.
He's
All
the
right.
only one that matters. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I guess we don't need to help you out anymore. I'm just messing with him. We love giving Nicotine a hard time.
Yeah. We do,
Oh yes, we do.
Now we love
that.
Nicotine.
By the
He's
way,
awesome.
make your
Sickness is
own
in the
logos
house.
from now on. So
Yeah, right. Everybody has to make their own logo.
Make your own logos.com.
Sickness in the house.
Yes.
It is a house party. It is a house party. Retrograde.
What's up, Retrograde?
Best take Steve in the house.
Steve in the house.
We're Kojay. Yeah, well, Lord Kojay will be here hopefully shortly. He's not with us yet, but that's cool. He did get the link. He is well aware. He's probably just cleaning his mask. So we're good to go. Let's see. So everybody's saying what up to each other. Smash that like button. Let's get this party rocking. I completely agree. Jacob's in here.
Hey.
Fire. Yeah.
Yes,
Andy
Jacob,
R.
it's
What's
fire.
going on? What's good with you guys? Hey, and if you're new here, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss another 4Nerds show. We got 3 out of 4 of us so far that host this 4Nerds event. So yeah, you want to follow. We rotate.
And I'm going to be doing it soon. Definitely.
Yes.
Probably.
I'm
I'm giving my.
You're damn right. It's better.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, nobody's arguing with that point, are we? We got ABHTX in the house. What's up, 100? Man, check this guy out. He's got a great channel. He does a lot of reviews on kicks, Nike shoes.
That's
how they do those
Nice.
those what are they, reproductions and stuff. And it's pretty funny stuff. So he's a local guy. I know him very well. It's really cool. Zebra Fett and Friends. That's what's up. El Capi de Siam, Best Take Ryan. Thank you so much for being here. You always make the day go that much better.
And Nicotina, we might not have R2, but we got
we got the child.
That's right.
And
Look at Baby Palpatine's making an appearance.
Baby Palpatine.
You know he's a clone.
What's
So
up,
if
Simon?
he's a clone, he's a possible candidate to be possessed by the host of Palpatine. Anyway, hey, Simon is in here. What's up? I'm so glad that you're here. Smash that like button, guys, one more time. If you haven't done so, unlike it and then like it again.
Yes, the interactions.
Malik, theatrics. What is the topic here? We got plenty of topics, but we'll get to those in a bit. Man. But thank you for being here. This is awesome. Double MJ back up in here, man. Glad to see you again. What's up? Justice for Jared Leto. You know what? He's the only one so far that has gotten it either as bad or maybe not as bad, but similar to Ray Fisher. And I'm so happy that this guy, that they were able to, mend fences and bring him over and say, hey, under Warner Media, let's do this thing, and it's really awesome that he is able, or that he's willing to do it after he was done wrong, done dirty by the previous regime. Mm-hmm. So sickness. ACS, Nerdy, Anthony, and Dawson. You're being redundant.
He just doesn't like you very much.
He doesn't like me. All right. Well, how do I kick him from?
Well, he didn't mention me either.
Yeah. He left out Zod. Oh, come on. Zod Rider Sunday morning. Chat, be there, everyone. Yes. Zod Rider has his own show. It's called what is it called? Zod?
Live from the couch.
Live from the couch. That's so awesome. Yeah. They roll out the red couch. So that's awesome. Sunday should be a good day for streaming. Double MJ says,
I love you, Ryan. That was awesome. Sunday should be a good day for streaming. 10:35
a.m. has the sweetest smile.
That's such a great movie. Put in the comments for the 25 people that are in here watching, what is that movie from? Steve, do not say anything. What is the name of the movie that line is from? That is an amazing movie, and if you haven't seen it, I completely recommend you watch it.
Oh yes.
It's almost as good as Blazing Saddles. So that's another classic. And unfortunately, it's a movie you can't make these days because the climate of how people take in information and process you just can't do that kind of stuff anymore. Comedy is not allowed in most cases, and that's not cool.
Right.
But anyway, so let's see. So we are. Oh, you ass. You know it. You're such a dick. Anyway, yes, Nicotina is correct. And if you caught any other stream with us in Nicotina where we quote the movie, he does a great rendition of the singing bush, yes. I was gonna say the singing cactus, but singing bush, yes. He does a great rendition. Coffee with Zod. Coffee with Zod.
So Nicotina's a bush.
I don't know. I think that's trademark.
What we're saying
I think
is
only Phil can have coffee.
So we can all agree on is that Nicotina's a hedge, like he's a bush. He's like
thank you, sickness. I appreciate it, brother.
Well, we're caught up with the chat right now. So let me bring something in. What do you guys have to say about this gym right here?
Let's freaking
you got my
go.
thoughts. What's your thoughts?
Let's go is my thoughts.
Yeah. Now, I did hear Chris Wong talking about how what he thought that Zach is bringing him in for. What do you guys think that Jared is going to do on set? Now they're doing additional footage to doing scenes that weren't in his original script.
Well, maybe in his original script, but I think what they're doing is like an extended version of what they were going to do with the post-credits scene, like a longer version of what they were going to do. Like maybe the last 20 minutes of the fourth episode will be dedicated to this whole side story of maybe not 20 minutes, but maybe 10, showing this Arkham breakout with Deathstroke, Lex Luthor, and the Joker. I think that's the majority of what it's going to be. I don't know if they're going to do enough to necessarily go into big old stories just yet.
Yeah.
But just hinting towards future things. What's up, Oric Entertainment?
Oh, Oric's here? Okay.
Oric, what's good?
I'm just on the screens. Yeah, so what are your thoughts, Zod? What are your thoughts on Jared Leto?
I think we're going to get – I think we might get some flashbacks from the Jared Leto Joker.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
From him and between him and Batman.
Interesting. Maybe, you think they're going to take that much time though to get those things done?
I think they're going to, as long as they have him on set, they're going to utilize
as much as they can.
Yeah. And not everything will be on the cutting room floor. Not everything will make the final cut. Right. But they're going to shoot, for the win. They're going to go the extra distance. What do you think, Anthony?
I think it's either one of what you guys said. I mean, I know that there was the talk of when he gets down the line to the scary idea that in the Batcave.
What's up?
Y'all know what I mean. The scary idea in the Batcave towards where they're trying to find where they need to send Flash to warn Bruce of the coming calamity. I think that's not here yet. Well, they say the Joker possibly is in the Batcave with those guys. I don't think that's here yet. So I would go with something that's readily available for this one. Is that either is it going to flashback where you're going to see the crowbar cracking skulls, or you're going to see what Dawson was talking about with Joker. But I
agree. I agree with Andre, but he probably heard that from Chris Wong. So I agree with Chris Wong that we're going to get, Joker in the nightmare sequences. There's going to be multiple nightmare sequences. And the thing about it is people are kind of going nuts a little bit like, oh, this is different. We're not, too familiar with him being in Zack Snyder's story. But I mean, if you look back on this, Joker always had some semblance or some, being. This was BVS. This was in the first nightmare sequence. Yeah. This is Batman with his gun, and they have the little Joker card on there, so that implies that the Joker had something to do with, teaming up with Batman for some reason. Because why else would he have that on there as a reminder? Apparently, Joker at the end of the day is going, even though he's a lunatic, he's still going to, at the end of the day, he's human, where the parademons and everything else aren't. But I mean, you're also going to get that the end of Suicide Squad, where he becomes the king of Gotham, and maybe he has an epiphany, and he's like, hey, Darkseid really isn't going to help me out, so I'm going to help myself. And again, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, we saw in August, there's the Joker card yet again in another nightmare sequence. So, I mean, this is definitely something that,
and that's presumably after Superman puts his hand through Ben's chest. His chest, because before the card was on the So
But I find it strange that that Batman would work with the Joker if the Joker in this universe beat Robin to death with a crowbar. I'm just saying.
I mean, it just might be slim pickings.
It might be
very slim pickings.
Desperate times call for
desperate times. The enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Especially,
whatever.
Especially in that situation. I mean, apocalypse, that's no joke. So,
dude, can you imagine a scene where like Batman, Ben, or Bruce sends people out to try to find things from the corners of what's left, and they come back and the Joker's one of them cats they bring back? Like, dude, can you imagine that scene where he's like, so this is what we have left. It's him, Cyborg ripped in half, Flash, Joker, and
I mean, that could make for an interesting kind of interaction.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think it'd be kind of interesting because, like, if Joker is able to survive this long with Apocalypse populating Earth, then like
that
Batman
means he got some skills he can use.
Yeah, it'll show Batman like, okay, he's resourceful. I hate his guts. He killed basically my son, but I have to utilize what I have. And so again, that'll be a very interesting psychological aspect to that story.
And that just shows again what kind of a badass Batman is in that regard. If he's able to put his emotions aside and is actually able to work with the Joker, I mean, the dynamic of that's going to be incredible on screen.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you hold up before we? Can you imagine a scene where Bruce is looking at some shit, dealing whatever he's doing, and the Joker creeps up and he's like, Bruce, knowing he needs this guy because there's so few people left, and he just makes a comment like, well, your boy didn't take that crowbar too well. Something along those lines.
Oh,
yeah. That kind of dialogue is what I'd be looking forward to for something like that, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Anthony. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
So, what do you think the story would be with Lex? And with this apocalypse, coming down to Earth or whatever? Do you think that he'll find a way to stay alive? Or do you think? Of
course, he's Lex Luthor. He'll find a way to stay alive.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he was there at the end as well, because that's as we've seen a lot of stories that Lex Luthor he'll find his way around, and then telling everybody what they need to hear and want to hear until his final plan of whatever that's going to be comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Great Take Steve says Batman's crew is Joker, Deathstroke, Flash, Cyborg, and a couple more. Joker runs errands for Batman, stealing LexCorp items. So you can trust anything that he has to say because he's got all that inside information, and he also gets a lot of his scoops from Syl. So if Syl's out there, man, let us know in the chat because we're ragging on you, but I think you're here. You're probably here. Anyway, do you think Joker is wearing the Joker bat suit in the Nightmare sequence? Oh man, I don't think that. I don't know, man. I can't think that Batman.
I can't imagine Batman being okay with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could say you can be in my crew, but you ain't wearing my shit.
Yeah,
right.
You're not gonna be in my clothes, bro. Sorry, that ain't working.
Well, like you guys said, it's slim pickings, though. Who knows? Maybe all they got is a couple bat costumes.
He'd be more okay with giving Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, a bat suit before he'd be given, Joker.
Yeah. What I'd love to see with Joker in the Nightmare situation is to see him like where he, of course, he's not able to keep up like his makeup appearance, right? It's like see a ragged, like messy hair Joker with like military gear on. I think it'd be so interesting to see like kind of transition to like, oh, I have to work with these people to survive, so I'm basically gonna be like a soldier for this. Which I think would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think so.
I couldn't even see a scene that is supposed to be a joke where Batman walks in and Joker's like, hey, I made some improvements, and he has that suit on, but he never does anything in it. Batman's just like, nah, bro, you take that shit off. I can't even see that happening. That
sounds too Marvel-esque.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't.
I mean, nothing against Marvel, but again, that's different franchises.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't even see that even happen. Yeah, but you're right. Though.
Nothing against Marvel. That's the funniest thing you've said.
Nothing against Marvel. Let's see. Okay, so Arkham Gaming. What's up, man? Arkham Gaming says, I'm not sure what to think. I really don't have high hopes for him as Joker, but the one thing I do want to see in the Snyder Cut is a flashback scene to see how Joker got his metal teeth.
We got the hell beat out of him by Batman. That's how.
Yeah, but who was the dentist?
Yeah,
some underground.
I don't care.
Some underground dentist like the one that Jack Nicholson got.
Yes, he gets hit, but I just interesting. So I'm just messing with it though. John Paul says, and welcome, Mora. How do you say it? Let me call Fatal.
Mira. Oh my gosh.
Fatal. So Mara is also there. Aquaman is dead. Yes. So they did announce that Amber Heard is back to reprise her role for this film and possibly more. So what do y'all think about Mara coming back into the picture? I mean, she does have powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, she has the ability.
I think.
But I mean, you're looking at the nightmare sequences. It doesn't seem like there's an abundance of water.
Right, probably the only place in the deep ocean. Like it's probably gone down quite a bit.
Like stuck in everybody's sweat.
I think that when I first heard Amber Heard was there, one of the first thoughts I had was they're probably there to take that fucking air bubble out of the conversation between Aquaman and Mera. You remember the bubble?
Yeah.
Maybe they're taking that out and they're going to more of what James Wan used for communication in Aquaman.
Oh yeah,
very possible.
Yeah.
But remember,
didn't they have that in the trailer?
They're not actually in Atlantis. Isn't that why they needed the air bubbles? Because they're not.
No, they were still underwater. No, they were at the
there were two different types of air pockets. One was in Aquaman the movie where they were in the air pocket in the ship in that broken down ship.
Yes.
That was in Atlantis. But then they have this one here where.
Remember they had it in the movie, and afterwards James Wan during the production of Aquaman commented, "Yeah, there's not going to be any air bubbles in my movie." That's what he said as far as conversation.
But there was.
Oh yeah,
there was. But he was talking about conversation between Atlanteans.
Sure.
Yeah, he was saying conversation between Atlanteans, there won't be a bubble. So,
but in Zack Snyder's Justice League, don't we have that one shot where he's like, right there at the wall of the bubble going into the water?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's still going to be there.
Yeah,
it's still going to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, that's
fire.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So I don't know why she's there because, like you said, I don't know if
surprised to get more expounding more on the whole Atlantis part of this movie, because like obviously when Zach first shot this movie, he was anticipating like he wasn't going to go under 2 hours, right? But he was going to go like a somewhat longer movie length. But now it has 4 hours, right? He wants to fill in some things that he maybe couldn't fill in before. So I mean, I don't know, just pick up some stuff like that.
So I think it's going to be an amalgamation of things. I think
this is the original script. This is his first idea. This is everything.
Oh yeah, no, it's
everything that he wanted, everything that he ever wanted to put in Justice League. He's doing it now. This is probably like dream come true for the creator in this situation.
I agree with that. I think that he's had enough time to sort of and to watch the movie, to come up with new ideas, to let it marinate and resonate with him a little bit, and say, oh, you know what, and come up with new things that weren't in his original concept that perhaps are better. Because sometimes you have better ideas after like you have an initial idea, it's like, oh man, they'd be great to do that. And then like, maybe years later or whatever, like, oh man, it would have been better if I did this, or it's like hindsight is 20/20, and he's got that working for him, because here we are 2020, but he didn't have to worry about 2020. It's 2021. So yeah. See what I did there? So he actually has. Yeah. Oh, dang it, Dawson.
Oh, that's cold.
That was the wrong clip. You got to play the right one.
Oh yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
So it's just got to go with the narrative. So yeah, Dr. Fate says, do you think that Joker, Deathstroke, and Batman are all in the same shot where Lois dies with Darkseid? Do you think they're there, or do you think that they're off doing other things? And because somehow Darkseid would have to know why or where the Batcave is, or that Lois is even there, or somebody would have to like.
So maybe the Joker betrays Batman.
And I think it's Cyborg.
Oh, yeah, because the apocalyptic technology
has the apocalyptic technology, and he is not aware that they're spying on them through him. That could be an interesting little, and they're and that could be when he gets split in half. Where So I mean, it could be. Yeah. I love. It's funny because I love how that we can still speculate about this film. Yeah, we know some things about it. We don't know everything, so that's kind of cool still. So the Nicotina show, which nobody cares, but he says the Joker would still have access to resources that they would need in order to fight the war. So whatever that means.
I mean, he'd have access to weapons.
Just messing with Andre.
Stop being mean to Andre.
Oh, he's
explosive gifts.
He's being mean. I don't care. I'm messing with Andre. He messes with all of us. So if he can't take it, then he shouldn't dish it. And vice versa. We can't, take it. We shouldn't dish it.
I can't handle it.
All right. Well, he's out.
He's out.
Obviously.
How dare you?
So isn't Deathstroke in the Nightmare timeline? He could be. He very could. Well,
so we've heard somewhat. Yeah.
Probably Slade Wilson too. What? Okay, no, that was two different guys.
Yeah.
He said they're dead, and he might be dead too. Joker is just going around wearing Robin's suit and teams up with Batman just to piss him off.
No,
I don't know. I mean, that wouldn't even go well with the audience. I don't think.
No. There's too much there for Batman to let him wear the Robin suit for even 2 seconds.
What is happening with the cameo at the end of the theatrical cut? Oh, okay. So that's the cameo. You're talking about the yacht scene. The yacht scene, Yahtzee, was. That was Berg and John's trying to change
complete reshoot
where they were going with it. So the whole we need a league of our own. We're leaving that with Madonna and Tom Hanks.
Well, that was simply them trying for smoke and mirrors. They're trying to say like, oh hey, there is this. Look forward to this. We're never actually going to do it, but here's this to get you excited and not think about the butchering of this movie. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was really still cool to see Joe Manganiello in the costume.
Oh yeah, it was
cool.
Yeah.
I loved how even Lex was surrounded by like female assassins. I was like, that would be awesome if they were from the League of Assassins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it would be cool if one of them was like maybe Lady Shiva, and I mean, it would have been really cool to have known who those characters were or whatever, or what could have been or whatnot. But I mean, that's not where we are. So don't really have to worry about that.
Dang it.
Supergirl, I bet Supergirl is either with Darkseid or teased in the cut. It could be that she's back on Apocalypse. You know,
I still don't buy 100% the whole Supergirl thing. I mean, because like I don't know, there's a great theories out there, but at this moment I just don't buy it. If it happens, then I'm excited. I'll be excited for that.
Yeah.
But I just don't.
It would be very cool.
It would be very cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only thing we have to go on is the prequel, the Man of Steel prequel comic with the open pod, and in the open pod he sees in Man of Steel, and then Zach, when he was watching Man of Steel that day, he was just like, "Yeah, well, we'll see about that." Or he said something. You remember that? When he
Stay
got
tuned. That's what he said. Stay tuned.
He said, "Well, stay tuned on that one," and then just went ahead to drink his coffee and move the fuck. I was like, "Yo, you can't do that to us."
Yeah, right?
he does everything like a boss. He just simply, he's like just like that.
You know it's gonna be epic. While I sit here drinking.
So Valdir says maybe Joker will ask for the bat suit or for the Robin suit. I don't even know that they'll even touch it.
No.
If
he asks, Batman's just gonna look at him and kill him with his glare.
Yeah,
That's what he's gonna do.
Dead. He's gonna punch his
Right,
head through the
a psychological death. The Joker, he'll send it right directly to his brain subliminally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Moving
on.
Okay.
I'm reading.
What do you?
It'd be like the warehouse scene, but it would take place in the Joker's head.
Yeah, or like the Hulk and Loki scene in Avengers, just like it's like destroying him, and killing him.
That needs to stay in Marvel. They did that like 3 times.
I know. I was joking.
Leave it in Marvel.
I know.
It's something that they always. It's like it's kind of like Disney, how they would go and grab old animation and they just kind of update it, for different movies. They wouldn't fully reanimate something for a different movie. They go take old animation, just kind of draw over it. It's kind of the same thing. They would just take the old IKs for the models, and they just use the same thing, render it out again with 2 different characters, and it's like, oh, new scene, but it's the same damn thing. I still think that they will show the original Nightmare scene from Cyborg and Flash's point of view down in the Batcave with Joker and Deathstroke there as well. It's possible. Dr. Fate says it's awesome because the villains will reflect on themselves and literally go through hell, but will become good in the end. I don't think anybody's going to be good. I don't think they're going to
just surviving.
Yes, right. They're just going to do what they need to do to survive, and then after the coast is clear, they'll
go back to their old ways.
The coast is clear. Yes, hit the
this
like
guy's
button.
in the chat. Imagine Superman kills Joker whilst wearing the Robin suit, which would destroy Bruce, but would be very symbolic. I mean,
but again, Joker would have to get in the Robin suit in the first place, which Batman wouldn't allow.
Yeah. He was like, Kal-El, what are you doing? You're putting him. No,
honestly,
don't do that.
Why are you putting clothes on him?
Why are you putting clothes on? That's weird.
Honestly, in a near future in that universe where the Joker is working with Batman, the suit probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
like Wayne Manor, the Batcave is probably destroyed. Like the Joker's, or not the Joker, but the Robin.
Well, yeah, we know that it's in tatters, right? Wasn't the whole Hall of Justice in just rubble?
Yeah. So that suit might not even exist anymore. So
okay, so this is obviously fake. So I'm just, but I'll address it. Tom Hanks is not going to direct Man of Steel 2. I didn't mind air pockets. I didn't mind the air pockets either. It was fine both ways. I mean, if they're talking in water, out of water, whatever, it was all good.
Yeah.
Did not mind it.
Not at all.
So let's see. Snyderverse is going to be epic. Yeah, it will. I completely agree. Can't be the philosophy or can't bear the philosophy of why Darkseid will want to kill Lois, to have Kal-El succumb to the
anti-life equation.
Anti-life equation.
Can you imagine it?
He's very smart, and he'll notice that Lois Lane is his world. He said that
anchor
times. He has anchor, and if he knows he can get rid of that, he knows he'll succumb to the anti-life equation. It'll become the greatest weapon that I could possibly have.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean the way Zach described that scene in the video I like to play all the time.
Yeah.
Superman's not
Oh,
there.
that's fire.
Yeah, it's fine. Superman's not there.
Something like
So can you imagine the scene? Darkseid booms in, hands behind his back like he does, and he's looking, and there's some dialogue going on, and he just looks at Lois and she's just
dips.
dust. Yeah, and dude, and you can see, no, yeah, dude, that would be fucking fun. But yes, to answer that question, just the same thing Ryan just said. Yes, to make Superman succumb, that's the only thing that could make him succumb is if she gets destroyed.
Where would Kara be in the nightmare world? Well, I mean, it's been speculated by the Watchtower that Kara is Grail, who is in the position of being the daughter of Darkseid. Kara's with Darkseid. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. I hope Kara is good. Obviously, Darkseid will want to use her too. Well, I mean,
Right.
if you've seen that one animated movie where it had, I think it was it Batman, Superman, or Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, or
Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah.
is that the one with Kara and she was
No, I don't think that
No,
was
what was that
but
one?
It was,
where she was being controlled by the
was it
Furies?
Doom?
No,
It was either Public Enemies or it was there was another one.
I don't think it was public. It was
Superman, Batman.
dude. I can't remember.
I can't remember the name of the other one either.
Yeah.
It was. I know I'll think of it because it's on the tip of my tongue, but
The
Yeah.
tippy tip of your tongue.
the tippity top, the top of the topmost of the popmost. Who said that?
What?
Nobody.
What?
The topmost of the popmost.
No.
Superman, Batman,
The chat
Apocalypse. Superman, Batman, Apocalypse was the
Apocalypse,
other
yeah.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. But by the way, that was John Lennon. So let's see here.
And it's on HBO Max.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
yes.
Nice.
See,
Batman
do
noise.
you think that we can get an Injustice type moment with Superman killing the Joker?
Maybe. Ooh. So
yeah.
someone else had a comment like this. Someone had a comment like this, talking about how Batman
Yeah,
has the Joker
earlier.
card. Yeah, he has the Joker card on his gun, and he wouldn't just have that on his gun because he's working with him. So maybe what happens earlier on in the Nightmare timeline is that Joker is fighting alongside Batman, and while they're having an altercation with Superman, Joker forces Batman out of the way and dies instead of Batman.
And that could be that could be that he takes it as a remembrance of what Joker.
The Joker's sacrifice.
Yeah. the
So
sacrifice,
in a sense, the Joker in some way redeems himself
From killing
from
the Robin.
killing Robin
Yeah.
by saving Batman. Wow. I mean, I could just see
That'd be cool.
the deep psychological layers of all of that. I mean, wow, this tapestry. Zach,
Yeah.
I could just see Zach doing something like that. So essentially, the Joker redeems himself for humanity because he knows that Batman is needed, that Batman has to live in order for this fight to be finished. Wow.
Yeah. Dang. Now I want that to happen. I really want
What
that to happen.
What does
now.
he mean by pulls a Forrest Gump?
I don't recall. All I remember was Lieutenant Dan. You got no legs.
Lieutenant Dan.
My name.
I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah.
Okay. See, hey, yo, that same dude.
Oh.
He's just supposed to. Who would win in a
It's
fight?
gonna be
Forrest
rated
Gump
R.
or
Back to the
Sam
Future.
for
Could
I
be. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Who would even want to see that fight?
What fight? What fight?
He said, "Look, that same dude that the car."
Sam
Adrian
from
Dolan,
I Am Sam and
He's-
Forrest Gump.
He said, "Who would win the fight, Forrest Gump or Sam from I Am Sam?"
Oh,
That is so fucked up.
I don't think I've seen
You've never-
Forrest fight.
No,
just
but have you?
runs.
No,
He
but
didn't
have
fight
you?
the movie.
Wait,
I've
have
seen
you-
I Am Sam.
So you understand where he's going with that?
And they're gonna throw Dustin Hoffman from Rain Man in there to be the referee.
The referee.
We just lost 20 viewers just now.
We're losing viewers.
But we gained 5 subs.
Oh.
Keep with the negativity. Let's go.
yeah. Negativity always
Hate
wins.
everything.
Subscribe to Zod Rider on YouTube, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
already discussed that. Yeah.
Get me up to 100 subs.
Superman is the grand prize because the Kryptonian Codex, which is a really, really small skull, is flowing in him. Darkseid has already has one Kryptonian with Kara as his daughter. What better than the ultimate under the what better than the ultimate under the anti-life?
The ultimate meaning Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I guess ultimate power under the
Got it. Would be said Darkseid daughter of Supergirl. Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's the theory. That's the popular theory.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if it'll happen, but that is definitely the popular theory. Let's see here. Hold on one second. I gotta there we go. Okay, so let me see here. Jordan Bright says Superman. Oh yeah, we went over that. That's the movie that we're trying to reference. I'm tired of the Forrest Gump comments. Like I don't want to get caught in too many Forrest Gump callbacks. Okay, Double M Dick says, I'm just happy that we're getting the Snyder cut, whereas Zack Snyder's not being held back. No compromise, and highly looking forward to seeing his vision. I agree.
Yeah, this is going to be insane.
It's not what we're getting here is not his original concept, which would have been prior to filming BVS. Because during BVS they made him change some things, and then for Justice League they also made him change some things. So we're not getting the original ideas. We're getting the best.
Well, how do you know he's not able to go back? I mean, because they were saying that he was filming things.
So the only way that he could go back. Okay, let's just say for Doomsday's sake that Zod is not the only Doomsday. If they have Doomsday being held on Apocalypse, then Zod, I think you're right. They can go back and rectify everything, right? But if Zod is the quintessential Doomsday of this universe,
which Zach has said he's not.
He is not, because he destroyed the moon, and if we're not going to see him, if we're not going to see Doomsday anymore after this in Snyder's universe, then it is a compromised universe that was messed with from Warner Brothers Pictures. Jeff Johns, John Bird.
So you're saying we may see that Doomsday? If we see that Doomsday,
that would be awesome.
It's not a compromise.
The Doomsday that I drew with like the the horns.
Yeah, the real Doomsday.
If we see the real Doomsday, then I would say that this is a closer to not compromised version. It's still got semblances of being compromised. There are things in there that you couldn't change. But
go ahead.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't know, man. He's getting an awful lot of money. He's getting an awful lot of money. I wouldn't be surprised he could
this would probably be the closest to the first version.
That's what I'm saying.
Get.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
The closest to not 100%. And like I said earlier, we're going to be getting better versions of that anyway because he's had time. He's had time to refine, reflect, and move forward. And with that,
so it'll essentially be better than the version that he originally wanted to do.
Yeah, but what if it sucks? No, I'm joking. And with that, I'm going to bring in our guest. How's it going?
What's good?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Kojay.
Thank you for having me.
Hey,
yes, welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for making some time for us. We appreciate it. So what are your thoughts on this new Joker news that we're sort of falling all over?
Oh, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since the announcement, we've just been getting updates and stuff that we're getting more than we asked for. You know,
yes,
so
I agree.
More than we could ever expected.
Right?
Yeah.
And Victor Koo's got some explaining to do.
No, but I hope this is good for the air cut because depending where Joker is, either I have a hope that we're going to get a scene of like Deathstroke busting him out of Arkham or wherever prison he is in. If that's true, and that's a rumor, I don't know where I got that from, so don't quote me on that. But if that's true, that'd be interesting on how the original ending of Air Cut is if Joker's in prison.
Well, he's
Right.
supposed to not be in prison. He's supposed to be.
Yeah, if he's not, then he's on the yacht or
Steppenwolf,
something.
right? Steppenwolf was supposed to bequeath him, Gotham, and he was supposed to be the king or lord of Gotham.
Well, that was the deal he made
Oh.
with Enchantress, but we
Right.
don't know. We don't know if that deal was successful or
And
not.
something happened
Right.
because this is how he looked, at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So not quite sure, what's on his face. Maybe he blew up Poison Ivy. I don't know.
You don't seem happy though.
He don't seem
Poison
happy.
Ivy.
Yeah, well, look at the side of the face. It looks like
Some plant.
it looked like
plant
her,
mush.
her entrails. Yeah,
Oh.
like
Plant
green,
mush on his
green
face.
blood.
Yeah. So what I think happened is that at the end of the David Ayer Suicide Squad is that he made that deal with Enchantress, but it didn't go through because it didn't work. Because obviously the Suicide Squad won, and because El Diablo's still alive, so obviously everybody else is still alive, and so I think that he made that deal, but it wasn't successful. So he could definitely be in prison because of Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah,
I like
man.
that. I like that.
Bang,
So,
bang.
which out of the two movies that have been released from Zach concerning this franchise, which ones do you like, Man of Steel or BVS Ultimate Edition better?
Oh,
Yeah,
that is always a tough one.
Yeah.
And I watch both to figure it out. I actually watch BVS first because it kind of ends on that cliffhanger. Then I watch Man of Steel to feel better. So I don't know. I would say Man of Steel for now.
okay.
Right.
That'd be mine.
I have
It's
to
back
do
and
that,
forth
'cause that's
for me,
still
but-
my favorite film. That's my go-to. I can watch a lot, and because
It
BVS
just for me it has a lot
makes me
more
want that.
replayability. Yeah,
Right. So yeah, this BVS leaves me with that. I want more. I know where this is going. It was meant to go somewhere. Let's get there. So
yeah.
when I'm ending on that, to be determined.
There you go.
That's
Nice.
a good answer. That's a very good answer.
It's honest.
It's
It's just,
very what is it? Politician,
Diplomatic.
diplomatic.
Ew,
Yeah.
don't
Well,
say
no, he did say Man of Steel for now, so
that. Yeah. Man
Hey,
still has the title right now.
All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, half the chat has their pitchforks put down. So you're good. You're good.
So I don't know how much of the show, on Nicotina's show, you caught when once Victor Crew finally got there. We had already been going 2 hours. Victor had to work, and it's snowing where he lives, so he had to
wow.
cruise it on the way home. He couldn't make it, and so he finally got there. And we were talking about. Obviously, we asked him questions about that. We didn't try to beat him up too much with him, because respectful, because it is Victor, and you don't want to just be, hey, don't you tell me now. So,
oh yeah, Victor is straight up. Victor is
no.
straight up
So
awesome.
we asked him a few questions. He said, yeah, he hadn't heard from them in a little bit of time, but he's heard some things. So I said, yo, if they're filming now and you still haven't been called to set, he said he probably won't be, because he put pictures up where he got his entire family those this shirt right here. He got all their names put on the back. So I asked him, do you think the family was gonna get to come? He said, I don't think so, because of COVID and shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I told him, I said, would it be fire if they hadn't called you yet, because you're going to get to do and that wraps filming on Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be
He gets to
cool.
do the final clap with the board. I asked him that. He was like, dude, he kind of lost it for a minute. Like, yo, that would be fire.
Yeah, because you probably guessed it.
Well, if they're doing stuff now, and I mean, that's what they say they're doing stuff, and he hadn't been called yet as far as like, yo, here's your plane ticket, come here. That could be what it is, and I would be,
Like if
Yeah.
it weren't for COVID, he'd probably be there throughout the entire reshoots, but because of all the restrictions
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well,
there's like,
I
this is
don't know
what
if
we
he'd
can
be
do.
there throughout all the reshoots. I think that he would be there for like whichever one Zach deemed, because he'd still want it to be kind of secretive.
I think he has a cameo as the Chinese Superman. I think he actually has a role
What
in
new
the film.
Superman?
Yeah, the comments were hitting him up with he's the first Asian Lantern and shit, because he's getting ripped up and
he's
Yeah,
getting
you've
just
seen
in
him. He's
case.
getting
He's got
buffed.
guns,
I
man.
mean, dude
I
is
told him,
ready to
I
go.
said,
You know
I said,
why he said?
your diet needs to be just peanut butter and fish, man.
You know why he said he like hit the gym really hard once he won, because when he got to the set,
up, Abu?
he wanted to be able to
Impress Zach.
Well, not impressive,
What up,
but be able to
Enosh?
stand alongside
Enosh.
these people, and he didn't want to. What's up, Enosh?
Hey, what's up,
Abu
man?
Nas, who is it?
Yeah, Abu
Just
Nas is
the
in here.
President
Yeah.
Abu
He's
Nas.
Oh.
What's up, man?
But yeah, I just want to
Yes.
add in something to that. Is that usually on the slate you write notes of the scene that you're shooting that you need the slate for.
Right.
So I'm wondering if what's on the slate is what they're waiting for him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Could be,
probably.
man. Could be.
Yeah, no, that I mean
Yeah.
that like Anthony said, that'd be fire. If he was doing It's a Wrap, you
Yo.
know,
Oh,
that
They could bring me in there for 3 minutes and 37 seconds just to say it's a wrap and clap it, and all right, get them the hell out of here. Satisfied
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
There you go.
that's so meaningful too because it's a fan from the movement, which is a big family,
Yes.
sealing the end clap. Oh, that make me cry. It's not even me.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I would be able to handle it.
Even if as soon as you clap it, they're like, all right, they throw a bag over your head and throw you in the back of some kind of
Victor is such a,
yes.
you know, guys. Victor's such a
wakes up and he's
deserving
in New
dude, though.
Zealand.
He's
He's
such
like,
a
"What
good
the
guy. I mean,
Yeah, he's
I'm just glad it's Victor who got it because Victor's a great dude. I mean, he
yeah, oh no, he's a
Oh, yeah, he's
fantastic
awesome.
artist,
Yeah.
and he's just a fantastic person. He's a pleasure to talk to as well.
yeah. I mean, he definitely deserves it. It's
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he just started drawing in 2016.
I know. I was like, what? I didn't even know.
I know that's crazy, man. I've been drawing since I was
Kind
in
of pisses me off a little
grade,
bit.
fifth grade, sixth grade, something like that.
Yeah, dude. He always tells that story where he didn't really start doing it until 2016.
He's like, I didn't know how to draw. I could barely write. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? That's how
He was
Jimmy
doing
started.
stick figures.
He was tracing toothpicks.
you know, and also before
I've been
we
drawn
move
since I was
on-
5, man. I've been drawn for like 18 years.
Look, crayons all over the walls don't count. That's not art. That's just a mess that your
Well,
parents had to
Alright,
clean up.
Alright,
You
whatever.
know,
Alright.
one more thing about Victor before we jump on is when he tells that story about he started on that poster that won him the contest, and then his computer and iPad just shit the bed, so he couldn't. He had to borrow somebody's to finish that. Thing.
Yeah. Oh
yeah, yeah, dude, that is
That
crazy.
sucks.
Yeah, that is
I
And
would-
it still came out that awesome. So what?
Yeah, no, it came out fire.
yeah.
Oh.
And let
So
me
we have
reply
I
to
guess we have a
this.
question for you. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Cygnus. You DM'd me when I wasn't following you, so it's in this collection of DMs of people I don't know. So let me open it, and then I'll get back to you. That's why. I start following you now, so yeah.
Yeah,
Apologies.
always follow your friends. That's
Oh
a tip
yeah, I'm
from the
trying.
4
I love
Nerds.
it.
Yes, yes, definitely. You definitely want
What
to
a
follow
message.
Sickness. Sickness is a good dude for
Yeah.
Oh
sure.
hell yeah.
And I appreciate that, my nerd home. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he
Appreciate
does.
that.
We got my dirty homes in here. Yeah, you do draw dope pics. Like this bad boy right here.
Ah, yes.
My lord.
Ah, yes.
Which is,
you mean
My
this bad
Lord,
boy?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Freak. I got the 4th
Ah,
one.
Zach,
I
don't
gotta
put one up.
find-
I don't got one. Don't do
Find
that.
my
man.
copy. Oh,
All right, good.
Kojay, get you one,
That
man.
is
Get
sick.
you one.
Oh
It's-
man,
it's
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
it's nice.
It's pretty good book. It's pretty good book.
And that means a
Um,
lot
yeah.
come from Ryan, because he hates everything.
I don't hate every. Where do you get this crap? I'm just very critical.
well, the more people in the Vine Lord Club, the better.
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, Kojay, I have to ask,
What's up?
because we've only talked a couple times via Instagram and whatnot. So I'm curious about the mask. Are you a big fan of Rey Mysterio?
Yes.
Okay, so is that the big inspiration for wearing the mask?
No. Well, Lucha Libre is my favorite style.
Okay.
And it's just that when I was 22, I missed out on an opportunity to go training.
Oh.
And life happened, things got busy, and I always wanted to do a luchador. So I do esports now. I got back issues from dance and whatever. So this is just how I identify myself.
That's cool.
So
I
I
like
could-
it.
You know,
Have you ever met him?
take that bucket. Not yet. But I
Dude,
did
I
meet
saw-
Jushin Thunder Liger last year. That was amazing at New Japan.
Nice. I'll tell you, man. First deployment, and I was in Iraq. They brought all the stars. John Cena, all them came over there, and I got to meet them.
What year?
2007. Was it 2007? I left in 2007, came back in 2009. That was my first deployment.
Okay, I think I saw some of those shows. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, they were there, and like, so they brought us through in a line to get this big poster sign with all the WWE stars on it or whatever. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Rey Mysterio, like, yo, I couldn't believe his feet weren't touching the floor in the chair he was sitting in. Like, dude is that short. I did not, you know, I've seen him on TV, didn't know he was that short. I was like, yo, he was cool as fucked up. They had to literally drag him away from signing autographs for all of those soldiers and stuff that were out there. So, yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah, he's cool.
That's cool.
I met his homie, Cain Velasquez, this year.
Oh, really?
In February, it's when I got a picture. I was like, Snyder cut! And then I pulled back. It was Cain Velasquez. Because he's homies with him, and he's in the Lucha Libre, you know, community. And there was a small one up in San Jose. My boy Miguel hooked me up to go see it. And it was nothing but Snyder cut love in that small group there and enjoying Lucha Libre. It was like the best night.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Combination of interest. That's always awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
That's my home.
I always remember growing up, we had all these like WWE games, and I always loved playing as Mysterio or Rey Mysterio because of all the finishing moves he has, like just swinging around everywhere and swinging ropes. It's like, dude, this is the most acrobatic person in any WWE game ever.
Oh yeah, he's a huge geek too. Have you seen he changes his outfit to look like Spider-Man, Heath Ledger Joker. He went in as Wolverine a few times. He does it up. He's great.
That's dope.
He's one of us.
Nice. Oh man, that's
The armor
really cool.
goes stronger.
Yeah. What else is
Man.
good?
Not much, man. Not much. Just everything
Everything's
going on.
terrible.
Yeah, everything's
Awesome.
terrible, man.
Oh, why?
Everything's awesome, man. Everything's
No,
fire.
everything's fire, man. Everything's
I
fire.
think I know why
So,
though.
so what got you fired up about the release the Snyder Cut movement? So like when did you first catch wind of it, and what sort of like I guess drew you into finding out more and yeah, there you go.
Well, thank you. Well, what happened really is honestly we were all there that night, November 17th or whenever it came out. You know, that was weird and it felt bad, and I knew it wasn't his. And I was like, all right, they'll release the director's cut. I'll just wait for that. I was so confident it would happen. Then, like, a year went by. I was like, what the hell? It didn't come out yet? And these guys can't be that stupid. So then that's when I got online and I started looking around. And I discovered Fiona, and I saw some videos online too. Even I think even Dave Pina, one of his stuff is one of the first things I saw. And then just doing homework and seeing what's going on. Then I was like, all right, I'm developing this like a platform I want to do for gaming videos and all my creativity I want to do. So why not I use it as a platform to get some word out. So I started on Instagram, and then just organically I started meeting people, going to events, and just doing exactly whatever I could to do it,
Yeah.
And the breaking point or the turning point, the commitment was SnyderCon. I was very confident that it existed.
Next to Lady Genevieve, right?
Yeah, I sat next to her on the third night.
Nice.
And she's mad cool. I ran into her again at WonderCon that same year. But I didn't go there to get a confirmation that the movie's coming out, that it's real. I really believed that it was. And then I heard everyone's like, oh my God, did you hear it's real? He confirmed it. So I was like, oh, okay. I honestly wanted to see if this guy was legit. Because I honestly don't know Snyder. And I'm a fan of his work. I think it's amazing and DeepThought I could go on forever. I have podcasts about that. Right. And I just want to be sure that he is like, not pulling our leg. Not in the negative way, but I was like, is this a real dude? And he is a real dude. He's passionate. I was like, I'll do or die for this guy. And I've been gung-ho ever since. Still am.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, I was in a similar boat that you are, because Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition, is my favorite movie of all time. And so when Justice League was coming out, I was just, like, in a similar boat. I was watching it and, like, well, there's got to be, like, an extended version of this, because Zach's work is always better when it's the extended version. And I was watching Justice League, and I was just like, okay, please let there be an extended version of this thing. Please let there be a different version. And it didn't come out. And for probably, like, almost, like, a year and a half, I didn't think I was in a very big population of people who loved Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, because I just wasn't on Twitter. And then I joined Twitter, and I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. There's more people. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
We're not crazy. That's like the best thing.
Yeah. And also, I remember a lot of people too were looking when they announced Justice. They were like, "Yo, Justice League's coming out on Blu-ray. Like it was March or April after it came out the theatrical cut.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't long. It was like 5-6 months.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 months. And when they announced it, they were like, "Yo, we're gonna have these 2 extra scenes." And so a lot of people, including myself, was like, "Oh, we're about to get this. We're gonna get this Snyder cut on the Blu-ray. Like not exactly the Snyder cut, but we'll get his. We're gonna get that director's cut." Yeah. And it came out, and we didn't get that at all.
Nope.
So,
no.
Yeah.
Hey, did you watch?
And then there were all these rumors and stuff about alternate cuts and like an extended Whedon cut, all kinds of things that like. And I really do believe at one point Warner Brothers was considering an extended Whedon cut. But because things turned out the way they did in the uproar for the Snyder Cut, that's what made them decide not to do that. Because I'm sure there is an extended Whedon version.
Oh, probably.
I mean, you can't tell me that Whedon didn't shoot more.
Yeah, shoes.
He might have ran for the hills. It's just like
the reason I say that is because there's pictures online of this scene that apparently happens in Whedon's Justice League where they're all sitting around having brunch, similar to how the Avengers sat out and ate. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Hey Cal, pass the shawarma.
Right.
You ever heard that shawarma? There's a place downtown I've always wanted to try. Sounds good. Flash, you want to get it for us?
After half the city of New York just died. Cool.
Yeah, basically. God.
Yeah. Well, hey man, superheroes got to eat, I guess.
Yeah.
Shawarma?
I was just surprised that somebody was actually there to fix it for them. Like I would have been. What? You're still open? I'd have been gone. Like what?
They wanted that.
Well, gotta get a refill.
Gotta keep the economy going.
I know, right?
Yeah,
it's the hard times.
They were eating the display models.
Yeah, we haven't even had COVID yet. So
Barcelona just said something about it. They wanted that scene in the movie so bad that they brought it. They brought everybody back to do it when Chris Evans was shooting that train movie where he has a beard.
Oh,
so if you notice, so if you notice, he's like this in that shawarma scene because they
he's hiding the beard.
He wasn't allowed to shave it, and they tried to put some skin over it, fake skin, and it just looks disgusting. So he's doing this that whole time. That's how bad they wanted the shawarma scene.
I remember that because I was like, this is such a boring shot.
Yep. Typical Joss Whedon.
Oh gosh, yeah, no.
Enoch met Ric Flair. I'm not surprised Enoch has met Ric Flair at all.
Oh my gosh.
I could just see that.
Yeah, but Tommy
place.
Tallarico probably had lunch with Ric Flair and probably went back to his house and hung out with him for hours. That's probably what happened.
In television. No.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to most from what you've heard from rumors that is supposed to be in this new Justice League 4-hour movie?
Honestly, I really just want the full story of Cyborg.
Yeah, Ray Fisher.
You guys are, remember when they announced the slate? It was going to be Justice League Part 1, a movie, Justice
and then
League Part
Cyborg
2,
was going to have his own movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, dang. And I remember they said early on that Cyborg was the heart of the film. So I'm like, oh, snap. I'm going to have Batman Begins as my Batman movie, Man of Steel, my Superman movie, Wonder Woman, my Wonder Woman movie, BVS, all of them together, and then the Cyborg movie. And then, Justice
and
League
the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
That was also
announced. As a film, I think that would be fire.
As a start in a film franchise, that would have been fantastic. I think. I mean, like I said with the Ryan Reynolds thing. Hey, I'm just kudos to you for trying something other than Batman and Superman. Great, but the score was horrible. The story was lackluster. The acting was subpar. The characters. I mean, it just a lot. They had some cool elements too. Like a lot of the visual effects are really cool. But some were kind of left a lot to be desired. But I mean, it was a good starting point to like, hey, we can go back and make a better version of this, and and they can do that. They can bring in Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, bring in the other Lantern Corps, expand on that, that lore, and really give you something, give you a really good, compelling, galactical movie. It doesn't have to be on Earth, Earth doesn't have to be the anchor,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that the most. I hope the HBO Max TV show, is good, but I'm still hoping for a Zack Snyder connected type, kind of like Aquaman and Wonder Woman and Shazam even, just a universe that is still connected to this, universe that Zack has constructed. So
hell yeah, I want I want Lantern stories in space. I want to go there.
Yeah.
A lot of my favorite Lanterns are all alien. You got Kilowog, and my favorite one is Saint Walker, the Blue Lantern. He's amazing. And,
yeah, he's cool. Him and the Guardian that's with him. What is his name? Not Said. Ganthet.
Ganthet. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean that would be a cool thing to follow. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Lantern Corps, and I just, I dig it. They need to do it right.
Yeah. Did you see the animated series, the CGI one?
I did. I liked it.
That was good. Razor
Manhunters would be so awesome to see how they killed, different aliens, and how they were decommissioned, and now the aftermath of that, and how a lot of people hate the Guardians because of this, like Atrocitus, and even I think there's some other beings that still had issue with the Manhunters. But yeah, I mean, just even having the Manhunters in the movies to go up against, I mean, you got to have foes for the Lantern Corps to fight against, and that would be a great, compelling way of doing it. Like the warrior machines that were made before the Lantern Corps, how would they fight, or how would they match up against beings with a ring,
Right.
That would be awesome. Yeah, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Thanks a lot to everybody who's already
Simon.
here, who's been here, who had come and had to maybe leave. Thank you to everybody. But yeah, so continuing on, like what Saint Walker is your favorite hero in the Lantern genre. Who is your favorite villain in the Lantern genre?
I don't really like villains per se. I'm more of a face guy or hero guy.
Okay.
So,
okay. Who's your favorite Green Lantern?
Green Lantern. I want to say Aricia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know. I have to watch First Flight again and Emerald Knights.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in such a long
Those
time.
are both such great films, and
they're always chasing that one alien, Kandor. What is his name? Kandar Rowe. Yeah, they're always chasing that one dude, like in different iterations. It's like, is that the only villain out there?
He's the Joe Chill of that thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, oh man, you gotta start with that fool. Oh man.
Oh man. So how did you get hooked up with these guys here, Zod Rider and have you met Anthony?
Well, funny thing, I just accidentally happened to. We just started talking randomly.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just like a post on Instagram, because Instagram's my jam. And I saw something funny, like those little TikTok videos or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
and then it was a private, one, because it's a little explicit, right?
Yeah,
and then it gives you a list of who you could share it to now. I was like, oh, this guy can see it. Yo, you gotta check this out. And that's how it started. Like, yo, check this shit out. That's how we met.
Nice. Yeah, follow that rabbit hole.
Organically, Zod, Babylon 5.
Babylon 5.
Actually, I think Zod reached out to me. I forget.
Yeah, he does. Usually he reaches out a lot from the couch, but nobody can see because he never moves.
Right. That's what it is. But me and Kojay, we've known each other for quite a while. So
yeah, I had my last podcast with you before the announcement, the night before.
Right, the night before.
Forever.
Oh man. So
that was something.
the night before podcast, what was it? Just y'all were just talking about how hype y'all were about the.
Yeah, we were, because we knew that the announcement was going to happen, but we just had that. But we had we had that reserve a little bit, like they've done this to us before.
Yes.
You know.
So there's an interesting question in the chat from one of our Patreons.
Which is very important.
Can someone ask Zod Rider, do you put batteries in those headphones to make them light up like that?
No, I don't. It's just USB, and they light up perpetually. There's no battery or anything that I know of.
Well, I like that the red. Your name is Zod. Zod is like whoosh.
Yeah,
they're red, and my mouse is red too. So
nice.
He's got the whole
Fire.
Tron, he's got the whole
Fire,
Tron
yes.
thing going.
Yeah.
right. Clue.
Clue's also a good movie.
Yeah.
You are
Oh,
correct,
the
sir.
villain Clue from Tron.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Legacy.
yeah.
No, he was also in the
Yeah.
first one. He was the one in the tank in the first one that failed.
Right.
Master Control.
That is
like,
correct.
And he's all like, and he died.
I wish I had that clip. That'd be funny to watch.
It's early on in the movie.
Something to think about for another show, right?
Yeah.
It's cool to see Clue act like that, and then he's like a total heel, super bad guy in the second
Oh
one.
man, he's
Whoa.
such a dude.
I know. I love those. I love those movies, and I love the Uprising as well. The
That
animated
was
series.
good.
Yeah.
That's such a gem.
So
I
I
think
wanted
this
to
is
ask.
on iTunes.
I want to ask you guys all a question. So I was told by you can call me Joker, and he was saying that oh gosh, what was it? I have to find it. He sent me some very interesting news about Hasbro, and he said that what was it? I gotta find it here. It said Hasbro just confirmed an awesome news that Hasbro. Found the message here. Hasbro just confirmed that Power Rangers and Transformers R-rated movies are under development. Have any of you guys heard about this?
R-rated?
Yeah, have you guys heard about this?
No.
I heard
Well,
about not the rating. I did hear about the movies.
So, like, if they were to be R-rated, how would you feel about that?
I'd be okay because I'm a fan of Super Sentai, the original. That's the Snyder Cut of Power Rangers. When Power Rangers comes over here, it's always adaptations of a Super Sentai team 5 years ago, and it's Justice League as hell. I go on
You
about
would get
that.
along with Enosh from Poindexter Lounge very well.
Yeah.
I love him already because I know what you mean when you say that.
Hey,
No,
that's
for
a
real,
feeling.
because in some of the Super Sentai movies, they have life or death situations. When they power down, they're bleeding because they got beat up. They've said,
Did you see the Power Rangers? Did you see the short film? The short
I
Power
saw that.
Rangers movie.
Yes.
It was just called Power Rangers, and it was it was pretty deep. That's how Power Rangers is supposed to
Yeah,
be.
and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like an R-rated Power Rangers, but as far as an R-rated Transformers, like, why
That's what
are
I'm
they just going to be
reserved about, too.
cussing in it the whole time? I mean, why?
Well, I mean,
what else
come on,
are
they
gonna do? You're gonna-
they cussed
you can rip-
back in the 1980s when they came out with Transformers the movie. I mean, that was
If you have the Canadian release,
Yeah, I
that
think they said
animated
shit.
movie. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
With an
Yeah, I
R-rating,
think
you
that was
also are more
Bumblebee that
free.
said that.
no, it was a
also-
human. It was they were in space and
It was
something was
Daniel?
going for-
No, it
and
could have
he
been
did
Daniel.
Spike,
It had to have been Spike. Yeah, it had to have been
Spike.
Spike.
Spike
Oh, he
said
did
that, yeah.
too. Oh,
The thing with an R rating, though, with Transformers is that it frees you up to be able to do a lot more violence in your fights. Whereas instead of
But
just like-
the no, they can do that anyway.
Yeah.
They
They're robots.
because no, they're robots. Yeah, because nobody gives a crap about
well, you
breaking
could
off
have
a
it
limb
like
of a robot.
seem more painful than they were before, because otherwise they're just like, but now
Right,
it's
because
like,
if you watch,
I don't think
because if you go back, and I look at it like this, if you go back to that animated movie from the 1980s, they had that movie was rated PG, but back then PG rated movies were allowed to be a lot more grittier, and they had a lot, and were able to have curse words and things in them that PG movies today wouldn't be allowed to be like.
Yo, this
Until
is,
the Forward
this is
Ninja
about
Turtles
as
in the
violent
90s.
as a Transformers movie gets. This is Transformers
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's fire.
Yeah,
Right.
dude, as violent as you. A live
One
action
shall
couldn't get.
stand, one shall fall.
Yo, they killed Optimus Prime in this movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's tough, man.
You know, they wiped out so many. They wiped out everybody in that movie. That movie was a bloodbath.
And that was
to
the
make
first
new
an
toys.
oil bath.
Yeah, I know, oil bath. There you go.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, after they did that, they sort of retracted that, and they were like, "Oh no, we can't kill him. We got to bring him back." Because these kids.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I mean, they did
Yeah.
focus.
Yes.
I mean, they
G.I. Joe,
continued.
yes.
The thing is, they continued on in Japan
Yes.
after that.
Yes.
But in the United
And
States,
they
tried to
stayed
walk it back.
Rodimus Prime was still the leader. They had Goldbug in there. I mean, it was completely different.
That's but that
I'm cool
yeah, I'm cool with already transformed. But that movie, that's probably that's on par one of the best animated films. They got it right. They took a show, they took a animated series from television and made a movie out of it, and they got every aspect of it correct.
Yeah, they did.
I had no problem with that.
They just didn't care. They just said to all the kids that loved Transformers at the time, "You're an adult now. Check this out."
And the first time you hear Megatron just talk on screen in theaters,
Yes.
like, oh dang, they're going there.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
I got love for it.
Are you
The
talking
scene-
about like are you still talking about the animated film, the animated movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, by Frank Welker.
Yeah. There's a new
know who
series. There's a new
Frank
limited
Welker
series.
is the guy that voiced.
There's a new
Soundwave,
limited-
Megatron, all that.
okay, yeah,
Frenzy.
Yeah, there's a new limited Transformers series on Netflix, which is pretty decent now, which is a lot darker than the stuff that they have been doing. I think it's called War for Cybertron or something like that.
Yeah.
I
It
gotta
could
check
be.
that out.
I love the video game that they had, the War for Cybertron,
That was a good game.
and yeah, I loved like transform. The way that they had them transform was so cool. I was like,
Yeah.
and to fight in the little arenas and everything. That was fun. It was third person, but it was still cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
So as far as your question,
yes.
Dawson, yeah, I mean, I already transformed. I don't think that already Power Rangers though. It's gonna be like that short that Zob was talking about.
You got the touch. Dun, dun.
Oh man.
You
Got the
power.
touch, and then they used that song. They used that song, and they used it in Boogie Nights. Remember?
Yes, they did. They did use it in Boogie Nights. You're correct. That
Well, my
was so awesome, man.
My thing with the R-rated though is just I just hope they're not just trying to force it as a gimmick.
Right.
the
Yes,
rating.
yes.
Well, like,
Right.
like
R-rating for
like
freedom
Birds
of
of
expression
Prey.
to tell
Birds of
story.
Prey.
They
was
want to make it. They want to make it like. They want to make it like RoboCop type violence.
Yes, I mean what I can see in like a Transformers movie is not the robots, getting broken apart or anything
damage.
like that. It's the soldiers, like what the Transformers could do to the soldiers, like blowing them up and blood splattering everywhere, kind of like Rambo: Last Blood, or what was
Or
that the one?
RoboCop. RoboCop. Remember Ed 209?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
mean. In RoboCop 2,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
At the moment, yeah, I can't remember which one it was.
he was a bad chiropractor. Ooh.
Oh, my man that got hit that he got all the acid on him in the first one, and they just ride through him. It's like all over.
Oh yeah, he just kind of popped. Oh, ooh. Man.
I
Yo,
remember.
RoboCop is fire.
Aren't they,
that
aren't
was-
they
that was
doing?
cool, but-
I heard they were doing a sequel to the original RoboCop,
That's
and they're
what
going
they
to
were
pretend
saying.
they're going to pretend like the other ones didn't happen. They're going to do like what they did with Halloween, where they just
Right.
Yeah.
Or the Highlander sequels.
they call it a they call it a requel when they do that, where
Yes.
they
called
retcon
the
out all the
quickening.
other movies and just have the one sequel. Yeah, a requel.
Oh man, I gotta
Is
watch
he
that
still-
again.
Oh, which one you talking about? RoboCop?
I'm talking about Highlander.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Highlander's great.
Gotta love Highlander.
yeah.
Highlander.
Oh,
Highlander's
man.
weird. It's like you love the first one and you pick whatever sequel you like.
None. I like the first one only. I don't care about the sequel.
I like the first one,
Like-
and then I like Highlander. My favorite Highlander after the first one is Highlander Endgame
with what's his name? Omar? Is that his name? What is
The
it?
guy
With-
from the series, right?
with Adrian Paul and Lambert, Christopher Lambert.
Yeah. They actually had some good moments. They had good chemistry. I like that a lot.
Yeah, It was a good movie, and it actually like expanded on the mythology instead of going off and doing just a bunch of sequels that nobody cared about.
Yeah, the director's cut of Highlander 2 is a guilty pleasure of mine. That one's just bananas.
Oh, the Renegade.
Yeah, Michael Ironside. He grabs the guy from his like grapes and he's like and tosses him out. I was like, oh, dang, that's uncomfortable to watch.
They were actually also talking about a Transformers Beast Wars movie. Now, how do you think that would go over? I mean, I know some of you. I don't know how many of you guys remember Beast Wars. No.
I remember.
I'm not talking about R-rated. I'm just talking about a movie in general. They were talking about doing a Beast Wars movie.
Well, they've done. They did do an animated. I thought they did an animated Beast Wars, like a.
It was a CG
animated, like the other
series.
ones.
Oh yeah, I saw clips of that.
They had,
CG was terrible.
Yes,
the quality was like Crash Dummies.
It was like Rat. You had Rat Trap, and you had
Crash Bandicoot
or something. Or who was the cheetah guy? I forgot him.
Look, you talking about live? Well, I won't even say. I'm not going to call it.
Yeah, they were saying live action, like where you would have Optimus Primal, and Megatron with a
I don't know
Tyrannosaurus hand.
I don't know if any of you guys saw the movie, and you can say what you want about the entire movie. The first 5 minutes of that Bumblebee movie was fire.
Yes.
Did y'all see that
with the Cybertron? Yes.
Well, which movie?
But the Bumblebee movie, the beginning, just
the beginning of the Bumblebee movie was fire. Everything else wasn't fire.
No, that's what you can say what you want about the rest of it. But the beginning of that movie, I was like,
well, you know what though, guys?
I got some Krypton vibes.
The look of Starscream, and Bumblebee
Dawson
was
still
good.
has to see that one.
Don't you guys think that Starscream looked good in Bumblebee?
That wasn't Starscream. That was a different robot from the same. It was a swoop, but
didn't they call him Starscream?
No, they did not. They did not because I looked it up. It wasn't Starscream. It was Thunder Striker. God, I can't remember.
Oh, okay. I hate that movie now. Then never mind.
It was not Starscream.
Oh,
because that was one thing. Because Starscream is my favorite Transformer. I love Starscream. Soundwave, I love.
How'd you feel when Galvatron took him out in the animated?
Took him out. I was like, dude, how is he coming back?
and he crumbled in the smoke. Yeah,
I was like, dude, he just got coronated, and then that was it. I was like, dude, we got to see what is he gonna do. You know, how is he gonna?
Well, that just
he's
goes to show that movie
he could be a great leader. But then he didn't get a chance, and I was like, "Oh, it sucks."
They wiped everybody out because they wanted to create a brand new toy line. That's what it was about. That's like, hey, we got to get rid of all these toys.
And then they were like, "Wait a minute, that affected people a lot more than we thought." So the fact that we're gonna kill who were they supposed to kill? No. In the G.I. Joe the movie when they went to make it.
What's his name? Dutch or
Duke?
No, Duke. They were going to kill Duke. They said, you know what? Let's not.
Dutch from Predator. You son of a bitch.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Helicopter.
Do it now. Oh. Come on, do it.
You didn't
kill me. Kill me now.
Oh shit!
Yes.
I love that.
That movie's great.
It's fire.
But yeah, they were gonna kill Duke, but didn't.
Wait,
I always thought that.
No, that's one. That's the animated. They killed Optimus, and then they felt like they learned from their mistake and didn't.
No. True story. They televised G.I. Joe the movie on TV. I saw it. I recorded on VHS because my dad was like that kind of guy. Bring videos from the store and do the double VCR.
Yes, yeah. Hey,
we recorded it on.
No shame, TV. We did that too.
Yeah, I did it till with Babylon 5 in the 90s. So, when that televised, I recorded that version, and when it was live, he died. He didn't come back. It's just that when they did on home release, they redubbed it because of the backlash, and they had his eyes closed. Scarlett was holding him, her eyes closed. They look at the doctor, and you hear Scarlett say, "He slipped into a coma." They added it in And then they added live it later for them to go, yeah, Joe, freeze frame. And they said, hey, Duke woke up from his coma. And then he was back. And I thought that was
it was
How
the
is the
same.
doctor not going to say
You
he
know
shook
what?
into a coma?
You know what? It was the same thing, the same exact thing with Sven from Voltron. They did the same exact thing. They killed him off in the Japanese version, and in the American version, they brought him. They killed him off, but they brought him back.
Yes.
He was just in a coma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. When Duke died, that broke my heart in a good way because, like, he died to Joe, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and then what did you think about Marlon Wayans and the guy from Magic Mike being in the Rise of Cobra?
I don't know what to think. I don't like that.
They're making a new G.I. Joe movie. So
like, no, let's be a G.I. Joe. No, let's be Mask. No, let's be Halo for a second, and then let's be James Bond. Oh, let's try and be like Star Wars but underwater. Yeah. Hey, are we making an XCOM movie? No, it's G.I. Joe. Oh, okay. But then the second one was bomb. If you get the action cut, which is the director's cut, that was sick. That one's a G.I. Joe movie, and it used to be a Best Buy exclusive on Blu-ray, the director's cut of G.I. Joe Retribution, but you can actually get digitally on Amazon. So thank God the director's cut is there. That one I highly recommend. That one's sick. More backstory, more action. Boom, it's good.
Nice. I think Arnold was from the 80s.
So yeah, to answer your question,
all time.
that definitely did. Total Recall is the top 3 best sci-fi movies with Colin Farrell. That's weird. Sorry, no, Fatal J. I disagree. G.I. Joe is the greatest animated. He thinks it's fire. Okay.
It's so fire.
That's
I like
cool.
Cobra Commander's backstory in the whole movie. That was amazing.
Didn't they introduce a new villain in that movie?
It was like the Emperor guy with that snake.
Yeah, the Emperor. Yes, I remember him. I don't remember his name. King Cobra, I think, right?
Yeah.
King Cobra. Yeah.
Because I was like,
he was so creepy that even Destro was scared.
Yeah, you know.
Fatal J, he lost big points here, man. He loves the G.I. Joe movies.
Rise of Cobra, Fatal J,
and the sequel. He loves the sequel too.
Hey,
oh man, you can't trust this guy. That's Futile J right there. Hashtag Futile J, everybody. So,
oh god,
did you see it? Did you watch Gob's little snippet of him making?
Gob's like, homie, man, I love that guy.
Same era, Mora. I knew you were my fave. Arnold's legit idol. What a great man. I was in the Total Recall remake. Oh, sweet. Oh. Well, that's Fatal J's favorite movie, is the remake with Colin Farrell. I still haven't I haven't seen the movie yet. So you don't know if you're in it. You know that you're in it, but you don't know if you're in it.
Steve, what's good with that?
I know, right?
Steve's like, I'm in this movie.
He's like, I'm in it, but I don't know if I'm really in it.
If you have a background part in a show or a movie, why don't you watch it?
Like, I know, right?
I was all over the show that I was background actor, and I was all over that. And I watched it, and I was like, yes, I mean,
even a buddy of mine was in.
Your hands are in there.
Yes,
Sandra
and everything
Bullock,
but my head.
Miss Congeniality. He was in the bar scene, and you saw the backside of him. And he was like, "Oh yeah, that's me." And of course, you know, you're gonna go find yourself in these films. I had a chance to be on RoboCop 2 as a background character or whatever. But I didn't get to go.
Our boy Igor in the movie. He was in RoboCop 2 also.
My aunt was in a scene.
They did Tin Cup was over here as well.
Yeah, I have an aunt who was in a scene in Major Pain. So that's always funny.
Man, I love that movie.
That robot dance sequence.
Yeah, that's it. That's the sequence.
Wait. What do you say? Hey. Maybe I could dig deep in my repertoire. He's like, pop your titty out his mouth and let the boy grow up.
Oh man, I was going on TV once before all this. Like I used to work in Hollywood.
This is my little Brussels sprouts.
Dang.
Go ahead. You said, Kojay, you was about to say.
Oh, sorry, I spaced out. No, I used to work in Hollywood as an actor. Then I got behind the scenes, but I was in a movie on History Channel about the history of the Earth in 1 hour, and I was a Sumerian in a loincloth, so you could see me like 90% naked. So don't watch it if you find it. But that's the only
we
fame
just
I
got a
got.
couple more viewers. Hey, we got somebody from Twitch. Is that are you a wrestler?
Nice.
No, I wish I was. No,
More,
I'm just
I
a
mean,
sports guy, luchador.
Mera.
More.
Because at first when he said it, I was like, "Are you saying moron?" So
Moron.
I said more, not turquoise. Name the movie out there, folks. Name the movie.
I'm trying. I can't.
Michael J. Fox.
Say it again.
I said more, not turquoise.
Oh yes, his other B movie, the same year released, Back to the Future.
So, are you gonna actually say it, or
Oh, I was gonna leave it for the chat.
Bright Lights,
I know
Big
what
City.
it is.
Give it a chat.
I'm
I throw in
a
the
Michael
towel.
J. Fox fan. I used to
happy.
watch Family Ties like religiously.
The secret of my success.
So yeah, that was my jam. That
yeah? So,
Cosby
put in the
Show, all
chat
that
if you
stuff.
know what movie that's from, and if you name it, I'll be very impressed. Well, not really impressed, but you'll have my
Yeah, he
respect.
can't say that now because I know it.
Not really impressed.
He played on the Beavers.
Oh,
Everyone's all thinking now.
I know, right? No one has said anything in the chat. They're like,
What was it? Bright Lights, Big
what
City?
movie
Everyone's
can I
on
see you
Google.
naked? I guess that's the question they really want to know.
History of the World.
History of the World? You mean Mel Brooks?
No. I wish. But
Yeah,
no,
right.
it's some History Channel one. It's History of the World in 2 hours or an hour. I forget. 90 minutes.
No, not Secret of My Success. That came out after Back to the Future.
nope, not
Bright
that one.
Lights,
And don't
Big
get on
City.
IMDb, guys.
That's what I
Come
thought.
on now.
Bright Lights, Big City.
Yeah.
Man, nobody else has said it. I'm surprised.
It is. I heard it was in production. Cool. Thank you, Steve.
Steve, he's the
Nice.
man. He knows all. Oh, Chubby Teddy's here. What's up?
Hey.
Chubby? I
Hey,
have
what
not
up,
seen
Teddy?
Chubby Teddy
What's up, Chubby
in
Teddy?
a fortnight.
Casualties of War.
Glad that you're here. The Casualties of War. No,
Nope,
it's not the
definitely not
Casualties
that.
of War, man.
Nope.
Think earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, like one of his breakout movies.
Man,
It was actually a B movie. It wasn't really. They didn't put a whole lot of money into it.
there was even a show that was made to kind of
There was a sequel.
there's a
Yeah.
sequel and a show.
And a show that
Cartoon.
Beats from
is
that.
kind of its
They had a
own
cartoon,
thing.
yeah.
They did an animated version.
Mhm.
Yes.
Every Saturday. It was on
Yes.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes.
Oh man.
Let's see.
I still use lines from Major Pain. I tell my kids.
Hey, you plotting on me, boy?
I can't. I guess this is. I guess this is telling us the age of our chat. Nobody
I know,
was.
right?
Nobody was really
Well,
old
I'm like
enough
the
to
younger
know.
Greedy?
person here, and
No,
I
it's
know
not.
it.
Yeah, but you
It's-
know because
it's
you
not- I
had
think
you
it's
have
called greedy.
you have cool parents who exposed you
Yeah.
to good
This is
stuff.
true. My
You're a
parents were
scholar,
awesome.
my friend.
I wouldn't.
All right,
consider
I'm
myself
gonna give
that.
it one more minute, and then we'll just say it.
This
live.
is really unfortunate.
I know, right?
You know what? You got to get this, guys.
They even made a new series on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Desert
Hey,
Eagle got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Teen
All
Wolf.
right.
Thank you.
Oh my
It's
God.
when
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
leaving. It's when he's leaving the
When-
theater and he brought
Yeah.
paint for the theater instructor. And he says, "I said more, not turquoise." There you go.
There we go.
We always say that in my family. I don't know
forget
why.
He's in Teen Wolf. I just remember the wolf. I don't watch it that much, unfortunately.
Burn down the house, and then after that, you can burn down the village.
Just burn it all down.
The gangsters Z ever read Aliens vs Batman?
Ooh.
Yeah, those are
I
some
have,
good comics.
Aliens vs Batman?
Is that
No,
the
I haven't.
Dark Horse
The
DC
comics? No, I
crossover
haven't read it.
Hold up. I have.
Oh, you have that?
Those were team ups with between
something
DC and
They had like
Dark Horse.
Dark
Yeah.
Horse, because they also teamed up with like Boba Fett. They put him in there.
Yeah.
And they had Predator, and they had Alien.
They had
against
Predator vs.
that.
Batman at one point too, right?
Yes. No, all that stuff is fire. Not fire like this. Not fire.
Yeah,
like
of
this.
course
This is in its own caliber.
That's
I have-
absolute fire.
I have Superman versus Terminator.
Oh,
I have all 4 volumes.
That's a pretty good series.
Yeah, I got all 4 of them, which is cool. Pretty
That
cool.
would have been a better, honestly, that would have been a better movie than a lot
Dark
of
Fate?
the movies.
I mean,
they-
I'm sorry. After
Yeah.
the first Terminator, I mean, the second Terminator kind of made it difficult for Terminator movies after it.
Oh yeah, talking about
The
Judgment
work-
Day.
Yeah,
Well, that's because
Yeah.
they weren't really, let's be honest, they weren't planning on really doing any more after Terminator 2. Terminator 2 was supposed to be the definitive story.
Yo,
Yeah.
Terminator 2 CG still holds up, dude.
yeah, it does. It does. It does.
when he chasing after him in the car and he grows the claws and jumps on, dude.
Yeah, no, even when he's just like melting into the helicopter. Yes, that still looks great. The only
Alicia
thing that
Savage, she's a VFX master of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now the only thing that maybe doesn't hold up is the floor sequence.
The
when
fact
he's
that
on
it
the
was made
checkered
in the
floor.
90s.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is everything else kind of holds up, except that one little, sequence that just.
And
I mean, you
not
can
just
just
the
tell.
90s,
It
not
looks
just
good.
the 90s, Ryan, the early 90s.
Yeah, I mean, hey, way better. I mean, if you go back and look at like the Matrix sequels or whatever, you can be like, oh damn,
They're
that
rubber.
shit looks.
They haven't
horrible.
aged well.
They have
at
not
all.
aged well. That's why the first Matrix movie is the only one that I like.
It's like
I'm
it's
in
weird.
agreement
didn't-
with you there.
They did not need
Was
sequels.
it Matrix Reloaded where Neo fights against like 100 different Agent Smiths?
Yeah, the Burley Brawl.
and he
Yeah.
like looks super like rubbery and his
Yeah.
It's oh man.
That was one
Yeah,
of the first
Matrix
times that-
rebooted.
that was one-
Rebooted.
That's one of the first times anybody tried to attempt to do an entire fight scene that was CGI characters.
right, which
Yeah.
is cool that they try to do that, but
Dude,
nowadays
now the first
looking
time I
back
saw it in
and-
the movie theater, it was fire. I was like, "Yo, look at this!" But if you watch
Yeah.
it right now, you'll be like, "What the?"
why does
Yeah,
leg
yeah,
bend
yeah.
like that?
You watch it
Is that a
right
video
now.
game?
You watch it right now, and I tell you,
Yes.
you say that's
Video
not
game.
fire, it's water.
Yeah, it's video game. It's
It has
video
water.
game.
Yeah.
It's video
lukewarm.
game at its highest form right there. It's yeah. But
No, I agree. Yeah, The Matrix did not need a sequel. It was self-contained.
Honestly,
the story was great. It was
honestly,
it was a
had
great
they not
idea.
did those stupid sequels, it would have been cool if they would have just had the Matrix. And now, if they want to come back because technology has
kind of
advanced.
like Tron,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
it would have
glad
been the
they waited.
same kind of situation. So yeah,
the Animatrix was fire though. Did y'all watch that?
I did
Yeah,
not see
yes.
it. I did not.
The
see it.
Animatrix
Yes,
was good.
Animatrix is actually on par with the original Matrix because they
Yeah.
actually tell a lot of really deeply layered stories, and it was good. It fits in,
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Okay.
it's definitely
It's like, what
better
is it,
than
like
the sequels.
eight different shorts, and they're all
Little
different
shorts.
animation styles.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good. It's good.
Mm.
They did the same thing with Batman with Gotham Knight.
Yeah,
They did.
Like
Yeah.
stories that, and if you watch those before the Dark Knight, and you watch that bonus feature of the TV show Night Show of the Dark Knight, it flows pretty well, and you're like,
Yeah.
dang, Batman was busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
It
good.
was.
The
I like
Terminator 2 is still epic. They brought that back for a limited studio run, and it's still amazing. T1 and T2 give a good example. To just leave 2 movies instead of endless sequels, I completely
Right.
agree, man. I
Mm.
completely
Except for
agree with that
those
sentiment.
them plates. You know when he was shooting the T1000 with it was still a fire scene where he just rotating the shotgun and shooting them. It's like
Yeah.
then
But
it
we
just
know,
looks like-
but see, we
Oh,
know that that's
yeah, that was
the,
so
that's
funny
the
looking
case
though.
with Terminator because they've never been
Yes.
able to make any of the other sequels
oh
work.
no.
Right.
Reloaded and this. No.
I'm sorry. That's no bueno.
I mean, cool visuals, but the fight scene between Smith and Neo at the end of the third movie is pretty good. But it's almost like there's no.
And then there's
context
the
to
scene
entire
with the
thing.
old
really?
man who designed the Matrix, and all he's just saying every word in the dictionary. It's just like, why is this necessary? Oh man.
I don't know. I don't know. Have y'all heard that? Titan season 4 greenlit? I haven't heard that.
I haven't
actually
heard
heard
I don't know. I fell off of Titans at the end of season 1, so I have no idea.
I fell off at like mid season 2.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah,
expecting they'd
That's
do
about the
more
time-
with.
I
Sideline.
finished season 2 because I liked Superboy. I liked the actor that they picked for him. I thought that was great. Liked his interaction with Nightwing and all that. And yeah, I dug it. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but at the time, like I know they're still going with the Doom Patrol thing, but I kind of lost interest in Doom Patrol and I just didn't go back. Yeah. I've heard that it's better, but I haven't gone back to like really pay attention or care.
It's same thing with HBO Max is doing. I
watched like half of it, and I was kind of like, eh.
I'm with you on that, man.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite horror movie? I mean horror movie.
Yeah, not horror movie. No, yeah. that's not
horror.
Wait, what? What do you watch?
I
heard horror.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
guys.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Ryan.
I'm just trying to make sure that we're all on the same level.
Appreciate you looking out for me, man.
I don't know if it counts as horror because as a movie, but actually Takashi Miike's movie Imprint for Masters of Horror that's banned in America. I love that.
Probably why I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Well, it was banned in America just because they had dead fetuses in it. And they had everything. Apparently, everything in that messed up movie was okay. But it's such a beautiful movie. I like how they deal with yokai of traditional Japanese stuff, and it has this very. It is like a Alice in Wonderland, but very creepy, and it's psychological at the same time. While it's got monsters and ghosts kind of thing, it's really creepy. It's like, whoa, it's so creepy. It's beautiful, and it's so brilliant. It's beautiful. And that's Takashi Miike, if you like Itchy the Killer and all that stuff. So yeah.
So what is the scariest movie that you ever watched when you were a kid? Something that like you remember just like kept you up. You didn't want to go to sleep.
Oh man, it had to be like. Well, this is weird because it had to be one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but that started to go away when I saw the movie The Dream Warriors, where they actually dreamt up powers and they fought back.
Yes.
After that, I was like, bring it. Let me have a bad nightmare. And I will try to do it in my mind.
Yeah.
So I think it would have to be Freddy Krueger. But in a weird way, later on, Batman Returns irked me. Because I have two sisters. I'm the oldest, and, I'm the son. So when, this, like, guy's like, kill the first son. So it's like, why are you singling me out? My sister? What the? Oh, that creeped me out. And I saw that on a plane when I was tired coming back to America. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I tell you what, a movie that scarred me. It wasn't just because of the movie. It was because things that happened after the movie. I was 13 years old, and The Gray came out. With Liam Neeson.
Liam, yeah.
Like, what? And of course, I love the movie. It doesn't scare me now, of course. But like when I watched it, my family and I lived out in the middle of nowhere in Colorado, where there's a lot of coyotes that came out at night. And so I watched that movie about wolves that kill people and tear them apart. And then that night, I sleep right next to my window, and I hear coyotes right outside my window howling. Yeah. And I was like, oh, dear goodness, no. It's like I could not sleep that night because, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Zod? When you were a kid, what was a movie that just scared the pants off you?
Zod
does not feel fear.
Yeah. Oh, he lost connection. I was like, that scared the. I am not saying that.
Yes.
Oh, so this is actually a good show now. So what we're gonna do now is
just for that.
Dang it! I was about to take over and everything.
I know, right?
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. See, nobody cares.
I guess I kind of deserve that one.
That was kind of mean, but okay. So, I guess we'll go on with Anthony. What was the scariest movie that your muscles couldn't hack?
When I was a kid?
Yeah, when you were a muscular kid.
It's like, hey, Dad, let's go out and play.
What's going on?
Nah, dude. I think. Well, the first time I saw,
I want to watch one of the movies over there,
and then like fix on the disco ball, and then.
Oh man! No, the first time I saw the first Friday the 13th was fucking ridiculous. Just because it was like, yo, it wasn't even, and I saw it after several more of those movies that came out. So you're expecting it to be Jason Voorhees, and it's not. In the first movie, it's his mom's
It's
out
his mom,
here.
yeah.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. If you hadn't seen it, and also the first Nightmare on Elm Street too. The scene where Johnny Depp gets sucked into the bed and then blood
enough blood to fill 4 bodies.
The creepiest one was when she sees him coming down that alley and his arms stretch out to scrape the sides of the.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what was your question now before my internet dipped on me?
So and don't run away again, in fear. But what was the a movie when you were a child that just scared the pants off of you?
The very first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Hold on here.
Okay, so pretty
Here we go.
$26.
$26, baby. Woo. Hi,
He got the hat.
Yeah, he's got the $24.99. Oh, it went down in price.
Oh, I see.
Oh, hey, unless there's a sale. So act now, I guess.
$24.99.
$24.99. And that scared the pants off you?
Yeah, the original movie was creepy to me as a kid. And I grew up to be a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I love those movies now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, after the first Nightmare on Elm Street, I think Freddy Krueger became that cool, cool
comedian bad guy.
Did you remember?
Everything was a joke. Every sequel became comedy.
Was it Dream Warriors with a chick? She was a heroin addict, and he was like, "Yo."
Yes. And the fingers were needles.
Yeah.
And then she looks down. There's it looks like eyeballs. Yo, and he's like,
yeah. And then what was the one where he was a shark, like going through the sand?
That was Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Dream Warriors.
Okay.
And then there was that one where he was like a worm, and they were in the house, and he was trying to eat her.
That was in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. That was in
Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
I remember that one because he came straight up with her and he just swallowed.
That was Patricia Arquette's body double that was being swallowed up by the big snake Freddy.
What I always wish from that one is when he turned into the puppet. You remember the dude made the puppets, so he turns into the puppet and cuts himself off and he falls to the floor. I thought they should have went further with that because he chops himself down off the wall and he just grows up into Freddy Krueger.
I remember that movie. Yeah.
Yo, I remember another one that scared the crap out of me is actually The Omen, because it was a hard Catholic family I was growing up in, or house, and I don't know what my father was thinking. I was just 6 years old, man. He's like, "You gotta watch this movie. It's about."
You gotta watch it. Yeah. Learn something.
The Omen. I was like, "Oh my!"
We have to use these knives to kill the kid. He's like, "Yeah. I got knives like that in my closet. Go to sleep, son."
Another one that got me when I was a teenager was the Evil Dead remake.
Ooh,
how that girl's eyes look.
Oh, now I'm old.
Oh man, no, that thing freaked me out so much. I had a hard time sleeping because that face would appear in my head, and I'm trying to sleep, and it's like, oh gosh. Especially part where it's like, we are coming to get you. And it's like, oh heck no, get me out. No, I am gone.
The jump.
That's what freaked me out back when it was claymation. Like the pencil in the ankle.
Dude.
Yeah.
You remember at the end of the first Nightmare on Elm Street when Nancy and her dad's pulling out and Freddy pulls her mom through that little bitty hole in the door?
Oh, yeah, the mannequin scene.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The one they shoehorned in so they can make more money.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Talking about being stuck down. What about the Blob when they pulled that guy in the kitchen like down the sink? You guys ever see that one?
Oh, yeah.
Blob,
yeah.
the 80s one?
Hey,
so
I can't figure out how
that got me was a movie called The Gate.
Yeah.
And it was these little creatures or whatever.
Dude,
and that used to
the
freak me
in the hand,
out.
right?
The eyeball in the hand. That was, and he stabbed his own hand.
The dude
You're freaking Anthony out here.
Turned into him.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Nicotina, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that.
Arachnophobia with John Goodman. So that was a comedy.
Nah, dude. So check this out, right? The movie's about to start on
never
a
seen
Friday.
that film.
This was when they'll show like a 30-minute special on like ABC or some shit a couple days before the movie comes out. So I can't remember how old I was, probably 13 or some shit.
You can feel it crawling up the back. You know, just it's like, oh man.
So I watched this. And I watched this 30-minute making of special about how they use live spiders for this shit and that. Dude, I swear to God, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, yo, there's a spider. Like I freaked out, dude. And yeah, so the arachnophobia, you can miss me with that shit. Man. I'll never watch it again.
Another movie I always didn't like was the movie Willard about the rats.
Oh, yeah,
about the guy
with
that
Glover. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I'm not a big fan of rats. I didn't even like him in Indiana Jones. I was like, nah, I missed me with that. When he stepped on one, I was like, meow! I was like, oh shit! I was like, dude, don't step on it! Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
Great. Now I'm thinking of snakes. Great, guys. Thanks.
Jaws.
Get Jeff Johns out of your head, man.
Jaws used to freak me out because I would go into the water and you know how you see like a shadow in the water, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, no.
And even a swimming
I-
pool, I was like, nah.
By
He's in
the
there.
time I saw
He's
Jaws
in there.
for
He's
the
waiting
first
for me.
I was
waiting
I was
for
a little bit
you.
Well, see, like now when I go to a beach and someone tells me like, "Oh yeah, this beach has sometimes fish that swim by or some jellyfish," I'm like, "Nope, not going in.
See,
nope."
But
nope.
see what Jaws taught everybody is that these sharks hold grudges. I mean, these sharks have vendettas, man. And they got
Jaws
for
the
real.
Revenge. I remember seeing Jaws the Revenge at the theater, which and I saw it the same weekend I saw Revenge of the Nerds 2. And my God, a shark following you from the eastern seaboard all the way down to the Bahamas? Like, are you
It's
kidding?
ridiculous.
Yes, it was so stupid.
How does it know you're there?
Exactly. You're flying in a
The
plane.
sonar
How's
in
it
the
like?
nose, it's got like
that's
5G or something.
It goes to show you just how smart sharks are. But see, then they totally exploited it later on with the Sharknado movies. So
yeah, I remember.
Jaws 2 had.
I remember watching the first Sharknado one at home in Texas, my senior year of high school, and I remember sitting down watching because I remember thinking like, oh, it's probably gonna be stupid, but I didn't expect it to be that stupid.
Yeah.
Like the freaking guy jumps into the shark with a chainsaw, cuts his way out, and happens to be the shark that ate that girl, and somehow he didn't cut the girl in half while she's in the shark's stomach, and then she says, "I really hate sharks." I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then I heard on the radio like a week later, like, now they're working on Sharknado 4. Oh hell no.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, you guys remember that? It wasn't a shark, but you remember the movie Orca about the killer whale?
Yes, that was a great
movie. I like that.
That was a great
actually cheering
movie.
for
that movie's
Orca.
awesome.
That's like a western, but Jaws with a whale.
Yeah. I mean, that right there, it could have been Jaws. I like Jaws 2. It could have been Jaws 2, and Orca, and that's your
I
trilogy.
like all the Jaws movies, to tell you the truth. Everyone had
Jaws 3
had little quirks in it. You know, each one was a little bit like.
Yo,
I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Have you guys seen any other shark movie that came close to that kind of, why we love Jaws?
Not even Deep Blue Sea.
No.
Really?
I mean,
I like
Deep Blue Sea has a
what's the
scene where
name of the
Sam
movies?
Jackson
What
just
was the
dies
name of the
abruptly.
Sam, and the shark
What was the
comes
name
out
of the movies
and
that just
snatches
came
Sam.
out recently, where the girls are in a cage and they
Like
lower?
35
yeah,
meters
there's
down or
like
something
40
like that?
something below.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Those
40 feet, it's
movies
like-
were those movies were kind of creepy.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, the one with
47 meters
But
down.
they still have 47 meters. There you go. They still have movies like that. There was like one with there was a shark with
Meg?
2 heads.
The Meg. Meg
the
was supposed to be
Meg.
rated R, actually. They toned it down.
Yeah.
the Meg
Released
was
the Meg
ridiculous.
cut.
Yeah, that's what
That was-
ruined the movie. The fact that they watered it down. It was supposed to be on
Well,
the
there's enough
level
water
of
in the
Jaws,
movie.
but they.
Well,
they-
we forgot one that we're talking about with like horror movies, like scary ones. The Descent.
Show me the way to
Oh,
go home.
The
The
Descent is
Descent is
creepy.
beautiful. Don't watch the sequel, though.
I'm tired and I
No,
want to go
beautiful.
home.
Oh,
I don't want to go to bed.
Tales from the Hood, yo. I do remember Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the. Oh
That's
yeah,
classic,
I
dude.
remember that.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Deep Blue Sea, Deep Star 6, nah, not that good.
Deep
Star
Blue
6,
Sea is not good. That scene with Sam Jackson where he
I
got
didn't see that one.
8 at the end, that was so stupid. No, Tremors is another good
yeah.
Jaws
Tremors
movie.
is fire.
Yeah, the
Tremors,
first one.
yes.
Yes,
How
the
many
very
sequels
first
did
one.
that have?
Only the first one, because there's
They
been
had-
about
I think
8
they
of
had 3
them.
or 4.
Okay.
Really? They have more than that? Okay, I didn't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Wow.
I think a
They
new
keep-
one
they
came out
keep
last
having-
I saw the first one and the second
Michael
one. I didn't watch
Gross.
anymore.
Michael Gross keeps making them. They just came out with one.
They were supposed to make one with Kevin Bacon.
They just came out with another Tremors sequel. It was just released last week. They keep going
What was
direct
last week?
to video.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Wow.
gosh.
The first one, visual effects, whatever you want to say, it don't really hold up well, but the movie still has a charm.
No,
to it that is-
it does. It does. It
it
the
still has.
special
I
effects
can
are
still.
okay.
They're
They're not bad. I mean,
they're-
it's a B movie. It's a B movie.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
remember-
they're Jaws like effects.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Oh, no,
the
yeah,
shark
yeah.
Bruce. Yeah, I mean, it's
When the
pretty
first
much
time
the same.
when I saw Tremors at the movie theater, I was like, "Yo, I did not expect this to be this good." It was really good, and the act, Kevin Bacon and what's his
Yeah.
name?
Ward.
Fred
Ward.
Ward.
Fred
Fred Ward.
Ward.
Yeah, fired. Yeah, the movie was good.
Yeah, no, I
Tremors 7 is just.
I stand by that one. Yeah.
Yo, Steve, you in Tremors 7?
Yeah, he's in it, but he doesn't know. He hadn't seen the movie.
Oh man. Dude, Psycho! I didn't see Psycho until I was too old for it to mess.
Yeah,
with me.
I saw Psycho. I was too old for it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's still kind of
it's still
creepy
a
out.
good movie, but yeah.
Night of the Living Dead, the black and white version. That one got me because it really, for me, watching that movie, kind of, I put myself in that position. Like, what would I do if I were in a farmhouse like this and this was going on? It's kind of like, you want to be quiet. You don't want them to hear you.
Yeah.
You don't want too much, pressure on the doors or the windows or whatever. It's kind of like Cujo. Cujo's another one that it's a pretty
Cujo's
pretty
good.
intense. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to, because when I was young, I had a fear of dogs. So yeah, I watched that and I was like, because we used to have a dog who used to chase us around the neighborhood when we were kids.
Oh,
We
kind
used
of
to-
dog?
you had one of those.
a big one. It was called
Oh, so
It
he
was the
little-
Beast.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Beast.
from Sandlot.
Yeah, shouts out
it was-
Sandlot, by the way. Fire.
Yeah. It's good. Oh, that's a great movie too. The sequel, no. But
Yeah, sequel?
yeah. So the dog was named Tatius, and I was like, a name like that that's a kid killer.
Now I'm just thinking of
From
Stand By Me, where they're just like, see, I heard them say Chopper sick 'em boy, but what I heard was Chopper sick balls.
Shouts out to Stand By Me, fire movie.
That's
Yeah,
such
it
a
was
good
fire
movie.
Richard
Was that-
Dreyfuss, another good Richard Dreyfuss movie that we brought
Well,
up.
and River Phoenix was in that too. Walking
River
Phoenix's older brother.
Phoenix. Also Corey Feldman was in it.
Yeah.
And what's his name from the vampire movie 24?
Kiefer
Oh.
Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. He was in
Yes.
that movie. Did a great job.
Yeah, that's
Very
right, that's
creepy
right.
guy.
Yeah, I just watched
I mean,
Kiefer Sutherland. In
what's
the
his
Three
name?
Musketeers movie.
That played Superman was in that movie. What is his
Which-
name? He voiced it.
Superman.
The fat one. He lost weight. He has a twin.
Oh, yeah, he was also
what
in
is his
Kangaroo
name?
Jack.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what's
I
his name?
cannot remember his name.
Oh, he
I'm
played in
sucking
Jerry Maguire.
names.
He was in Jerry Maguire. He played the Cush. He played the quarterback. in
Yes,
Jerry
you're
Maguire.
right.
Yeah,
He played.
yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
Jerry O'Connell.
Yes.
Oh yes, O'Connell.
I was,
yes.
I was
The
just
O'Connell
about to
brothers.
say he had a teenage that what was that TV show he was on where he was a superhero and
Remember Sliders?
oh yeah, I remember Sliders. Yes, yeah.
I remember this one though, Gremlins.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. I love Gremlins.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Gremlins 2 delivered too, I thought.
Oh, I love
thought that was
Gremlins
good.
too. It was funny. It was
different, but it was
its own
still good.
unique way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I loved what was his name, Glover. That was the head of Clamp.
Clamp.
What a horrible name for a company.
There had to be a dig somewhere at someone.
Yeah.
What? Don't know where we're going with that one.
Well, that's not anything out of the ordinary.
Hey, comic book.
Oh. Dawson's let loose again.
Yes.
There was a Tremors film. Oh wait, there was a Tremors film where they were supposed to be in North in Canada and in snow. Interesting.
No.
But they filmed in South Africa. So the cars were on the right hand
what?
side. I didn't see. I guess they did release it then.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That's
I mean, if the quality of the film is good, maybe I'll watch it. But I mean, after Tremors 2, I was like, I'm done. The quality kept going.
Well,
down.
they brought Kevin Bacon back. They were going to do a
Yeah.
new TV series, and it was going to be like a direct sequel to the very first Tremors movie. But they canceled it at the last minute. They even had a trailer for it and everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. You guys remember watching that?
That's before.
That's all the black and white one.
That's a
Oh, he
classic.
did.
Yeah, that's
I used to like the not Boris Karloff. Who was
That's what it was,
something
Secret
Junior?
Identity.
Who was the werewolf? Oh God, what was his name? I suck at names, but that was great. One of the original werewolf movies. Something Junior. Can't remember his name. Anyway, yeah. the Batman logo scene in Gremlins 2 when he went
Which
through
made no sense.
it
but
made
I
no
liked
sense,
it.
but it was fun. I mean, they did that. They did Looney Tunes in it. I love when they did the Hulk Hogan was in it.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan stood up in the
He was in the theater. And they were messing with it was so funny because they did it so cleverly, and they changed it for home video to make it to where it wasn't the film strip, it was the VHS strip.
Yeah,
and so that was really cool. But I think it was still Hulk Hogan they did the same thing in that one as well. But they were always talking about like doing another Gremlins movie. Like they did a Gremlins commercial recently, like a couple years back, and that looked cool. I would love for them to actually go back and try to make
I thought they said something about doing another one.
Yeah.
There's been discussions, talks, things like that, but nobody's actually put it into they haven't greenlit it. Yes, Lon Chaney Jr. Thank you so much, Steve. That would have messed with me. But yeah, Lon Chaney Jr. as the werewolf. That was pretty cool. It was back when I used to I was really into prosthetics and movie makeup, and I got into Rick Baker, and I thought, I mean, he's a genius in his own right. But yeah, no, the things that they used to do, the prosthetics that they would put on for like the monster of Frankenstein's monster, all that stuff. I used to be really, really intrigued, and I think I did a paper on it. It was really cool stuff.
Nice.
But let's see, I just saw them. Oh, the movie Them. Yeah, did you see that one? With I think they were vampires. Is that correct? Let's see, Love Them. One of Del Toro's favorite creature films.
A Del Toro film.
My Secret Identity.
Yes.
Let's see. Dracula 2000 is a great take on Dracula. I agree. Is that with what's his name? That was
Man of a
in
Million
the Clash
Faces.
of the Titans. Luke Evans. That was Luke Evans. Was
No,
Dracula
no,
2000?
No, it was the guy from Avatar.
No, that was Dracula Untold.
Yes. Yeah.
Dracula 2000. Oh, that was
Yeah.
the one where Gerard Butler was supposed to be Judas.
Yeah. That's the one. The man. I call him the Man of a Million Faces. He played Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy.
You're talking about
Gary Oldman.
Dracula, Gary Oldman.
The old man.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah. Bram Stoker's. Yeah.
Mr. Zog. Oh, so talking about horror films, yeah, I just really remember because I don't think of them as horror movies.
Giant ants.
Descent is one, but The Orphanage, that's a beautiful film. I really like that. I feel like it's scary and eerie, but for some reason at the end, it gives you some hope of the afterlife in a weird way, where you're kind of like at peace with the ghost. And I was like, wow, that's an interesting gift after you freaked me out for 2 hours. It's a beautiful film. I really like
Can I
that.
have some more?
I like the Japanese film Dark Water. If you ever watch it, they have this ending where there's like some sense of finding
Doesn't
peace.
sound good. That sounds like
Supernatural.
somebody made a sissy in the pool. I'm out.
Whoops.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The
Yeah, y'all-
original in the 70s
Y'all
remake.
remember
Yes.
Y'all remember Night of the Creeps with those little worms? And there's like,
No,
dude,
it
it's
sounds horrible.
The worms were under the skin.
Well, they would just go through the people. There's a scene that's the cheesiest thing I've ever seen in a movie. Well, one of the cheesiest things. Where like, so there's a bus that's bringing all the dates to the sorority house to pick up the females, and they get infected with these worms. So when the bus gets there, the detective's like, "Yo, I got some good news. Your boyfriends are here," and he's like, "And I got some bad news. They're dead." It's so cheesy and stupid, but yeah, it's just got like these worms that go in through the mouth, and it just like turns them into like zombies or some shit. It's crazy.
Wow.
That was a creepy one.
Well, I wonder if that's where James Gunn got Slither from.
Well, one of the scariest movies of all time is the Justice League. Yeah. And I think we'll end it with that. We're at the 2-hour mark. Lord Kojay, hey, thank you so much for joining us on the 4Nerds. Where can everybody find you? And I guess if they want to get in touch with you.
All right, if you want to find me, all my shenanigans is on Instagram. That's my central hub. It's just at Lord Kojay. And same with Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. There's more of my shenanigans there. And I actually document and post everything of my involvement in the Snyder Cut movement and all that. I just really like talking about movies. So, and everything I love. And also do check out Sourcewall 44K. That's me and my boy. Return of the Cool Parademon 44. We have this podcast that we've been doing to support the Snyder Cut movement and support all
excellent podcast, by the way, Lord Kojay.
Thanks for being. We gotta have you on, man. But yeah, we've been doing that, so that's where you could find me, or pick one. They all link.
It's kind of like I always looked at that podcast as like a spin-off of Go Deep.
In a way, it is. Because we're very close with Peely, and we found each other. We found each other. I'm not like we found a brotherhood through the brotherhoodship of Go Deep, and it is like a little cousin of Go Deep in a way, but it's our own thing, and we're happy to do it. And you can find me anywhere. I welcome everybody.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks a lot.
Wait. And before we move on, you said that you had something you wanted to share with the panel at the end of the show.
How much time you guys got? Or should we wrap it?
Oh yeah, you got something to share. Let's do it.
It's
should I blow you up? Boom. No.
Oh, that was that for. No, don't blow me up. Don't put that.
Okay.
I like it. But no, but for real, I think I just want to add a little something about the infighting that goes on in the movement. I think everyone's afraid to talk about it because I think people feel they have to choose a side.
Right.
I get that there's a cause to this. There's always a cause of something, and I know people are lashing out in some shape or form, either to attack someone or to do something because they have been attacked. But whatever the reason is, and I believe you are just, whoever you are listening to this, I believe you are just in your feelings and what you must do. But the problem is, the way to go about it has not been working for a long time. It's just, I think the infighting has been kind of turning into its own problem. That's separate from everything that we fought for. I mean, this is October. Breast cancer awareness, anti-bullying with Choose Kindness, that hashtag Zack Snyder did. Yep. And I just see a lot of people trying to fight for who's right and who has the most street cred, I guess, in a way. Regardless who's right or wrong, I'm not picking sides. I'm just saying that the communication is not healthy.
Right.
And I offer an idea so that we could all practice. Maybe I've been practicing it, and other people have been practicing it too. I call it my silent movement. Pretty much is like, if you feel like you need to say something or do something, just don't do it, or say something brief. Be ladylike, be gentlemanlike, because it's just an unhealthy communication impairment. It's like people are talking at each other, trying to prove who's right and wrong rather than doing what's right. And essentially, it's gone so long that I think everybody, guilty or not guilty, whatever, everyone really just owes the other one an apology. So we could,
Yeah.
I'm not saying put this under the rug. I'm just saying just be silent. If someone attacks you, just be silent. Join like the silent movement. There's no hashtag for this. If you use a hashtag on this, you're missing the point. It's just that we gotta learn, like, you can't force a solution like Batman did. Like the world makes sense only if you force it to. That's him in the wrong. Don't do that. And I know people are taking digs at each other, but I think we just need to step back, be silent with people who trigger you, and then just be as silent as long as possible, just to let time to get peace in, kind of collect your thoughts, and then maybe when you need to talk to someone about a problem you have, maybe work out some kind of way to do it privately, because it's not really healthy at this point. And I think anything you do to try and seek justice or one, it's not going to work, because right now it's social media. It's like people's court without Judge Judy. And without Judge Judy, it's going to be a mess.
Ridiculous,
And I'm saying this for everybody. I got friends and mutuals on both sides. There's people I don't like. There's falling outs I've had, but I've made peace with it. And it's hard at first, but just try not to add to the thing, because it's just become a mess. So I just hope everyone can just kind of, step back a bit, and then, maybe we can assess the problems in a healthier way. Like, I really recommend everyone check out Jay Shetty. He's got a great book called Think Like a Monk or something like that. And just let this die down, and then, go at it when you're like not triggered. Because he says it's a good thing. Like, if you have a problem with someone and you get into a fight and you get riled up, you feel that hot energy, you feel tempered.
Yeah.
The best way to do is just step back, plan a time when you can talk about it when you're calm, because we do things instinctively at the wrong time sometimes. I regret some things I've said and done, but I just want to do better. And then
example of that.
That's what you got to do, and I think I think we could just work on better communication by staying back a little bit, and then go at it in a healthier way and talk later, or maybe not at all, because it's just like we're playing Chinese checkers. Everyone has a different goal, and we're going different ways and just jumping over each other. Just throw the board off. I'm with Gab on the lines about like the Campias and those guys who actually have the prejudice and stuff and all that towards us. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just not helping whatever you do. I think it's just time to step back and assess it later when we're in our mindset. Maybe after the Snyder Cut comes out, and then we all feel happy. We make better decisions when we feel good. And I had another great thing in mind I want to throw in, but I totally forgot it. If I remember it, I'll make another video. But
well,
yeah,
do you think that when the Snyder Cut comes out, when it's actually out and it's something tangible that we can all watch, do you think that will end it? Because at that point, none of it matters. We're good to go. The movie exists.
I honestly don't know, because I thought the announcement would do that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So
I think for the level-headed, it will end everything. But for the people who aren't at that, just like because I just said something before we got live, I said something similar to what you just said, Kojay. Is somebody can just at me at Twitter and call me a piece of crap, and I'll block and move on. I won't even, that's all I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not going to retaliate. I'm just going to move on. But I think for the level-headed, yes, the movie will come out. But we know there's going to be I told you if this was going to happen in the movie, and then here we go down that hill again.
It's fine. It's really like a relationship. You break up with a girl, and you're chasing her in a weird John Cusack high-fidelity way to get an answer. You can't force it. You have to find your own resolution. Unfortunately, some people owe you an apology, and they won't give it to you. So you gotta have to kind of make peace with that in a way, unfortunately. And because the whole problem is really like, okay, we're all homies, the Snyder Cut movement, and we're at a house party thrown by a couple that we all like, but then all of a sudden the couple break up. And then they say why partner A and partner B don't like each other, and then people pick sides. It's like, no, it's couples breaking up. Step back. And then things spiraled out of control. It's just like, I think I wish I had the answers, but my remedy is like, if you can't say I'm sorry, what you really need to say or own up, just say it through silence. Maybe that's the best thing, and then we can come back at this when we all are level-headed, and maybe when we fill our hearts more with love than resentment. I think people have expectations, and it's fine. Be a blogger, build your brand, do this, do that. Be a scooper, whatever you want to do. Just be you. And the time to fix things has expired. Mm-hmm. It's time to build and maybe find new answers. And I can't fight other people's battles. They got to figure it out for them. I can't control people. People got to figure out who they are, and if you choose to continue infighting, then the infighting is yours. It's not mine anymore. what I want to do is I'll be there for the friends I am talking to. If they're feeling, I just want to make sure they're not sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if other people don't want to talk to me and they're still going, that's fine. As long as you're not sad, that's cool. Because we got to heal ourselves, not spread it, and then maybe be there for each other. And, you know, because no one's going to prove who's right or wrong at this point.
Right. Very
And
well
I
said.
have my opinions. We all have our opinions. That's fine. And we could talk shit with our friends and vent. That's fine. I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I should do that with you, Zod. We talk shit too sometimes, but that's what friends are for. But treating other people, it's really like, you know, we just got to be a little bit, we got to take some L's to gain some wins, maybe, you know? So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, I just hope we could all practice maybe that movement of silence, the silence to not add to it. So yeah, there you go. Gil Scott Heron wise, the revolution of this will not be tweeted. Silence.
Well said, man. I think
Nice.
the biggest. I think
I
the
hope
biggest
so.
thing.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do to help. But then all I can.
think the biggest thing about it is just the whole movement is just helping, maybe trying to help people understand how to. I guess it's kind of hard because it's such a big group, right? But helping people understand what the adult way to handle things is, what it means to be an adult in a conversation. Like you said, sometimes it just takes you have to take a moment to step back and get off of Twitter, think for a second, and calm down, and then come back and talk with them. Because when you do that, like you said, when you breathe, when you calm down, when you start to rationalize in your head and reason things out, it calms things down and it makes things more clearer to where it won't muddy up things as much. And I absolutely agree with you, man. Sometimes we have to exercise silence. Sometimes we have to just exercise patience with ourselves, with others. And yeah, I completely agree with what you just said, man. Well said.
Thank you. I try. And thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Hey, thanks again for coming and being on the show. Zod, where can everybody find you?
Well, you can subscribe to me now on YouTube, as I do have a YouTube channel now at Zod Rider.
Nice.
So definitely subscribe to me. Get me up to 100 subs.
Get to the hundy. Get to the hundy.
I'm almost there. You can also find me Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Zod Rider Show on psn-radio.com. And you can find me here Thursday nights at 7:30 with these three great gentlemen with the 4Nerds.
Yes, sir. And Nerdy in Many Ways. Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on YouTube by the name of Nerdy in Many Ways. I actually just posted a premiere video of a review for the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel and movie. So you guys can go check that out. I'm very excited for you guys to see that.
Awesome.
You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Nimwa32. You can check me out there. Also on Vero by the name of Dawson Weedrick. On Twitch now for future watch parties we're going to have. So it's going to be very exciting.
Lots of them. We can watch any movie.
Oh, yeah.
What about what if we can watch the Green Lantern movie on there and critique it as it plays?
All right. Shh. And every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you can find me here on the 4Nerds, whether it be on my channel, Anthony's channel, Ryan's channel, or in the future, Zod Rider's channel. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for being here. And Anthony, where can we find you?
Yes, you can find me on all forms of social media at 2279ACS. You can search me on YouTube. You find my YouTube channel, the ACS Universe.
Show off the shirt.
And oh, dude, it's packed up already, man.
Ah, dude.
Saturday's gonna be fire.
Gonna be fire. But anyway, yeah. Also, I do have that coming. ACS Studios. Be on the lookout for that as well. And obviously Thursday, 7:30 p.m. EST, right here with these other three nerds, doing the damn thing, man.
These dorks.
We're doing it and doing it and doing it.
The dorks.
Doing it and doing
The
it.
dorks.
Three dorks. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate everybody. Smash that like button or subscribe to the channel. I'll be back here in about an hour, and we're going to do another live stream. Myself and my son, we're going to review Batman Under the Red Hood because we just released Batman Death in the Family. So we're going to complete it out and review the its predecessor. So like I said, it'll be about an hour, and I'll be back online.
Nice.
All right. Well, y'all have a great one, and we'll see you next Thursday, 7:30 Eastern.